think it's a game, but it is absolutely not, okay? This is the energy supplement from Just Move Supplements. That's right. It's damn near all gone, girl. And that's because I had to get that energy up so I can complete the workout, so I can give y'all this body, this transformation, get into it, okay? And I'm done working out now, so that's why we're moving on to the protein shake. Oh yes, it's already in there, girl. It's already made right here. This is the mixture of the banana pudding, the chocolate cake, and the buttercream cupcake. And you really want to be fancy, you can go ahead and add that blueberry muffin if that's what you want to do, girl. But for me, it's these three right here, okay? You put that with some almond milk, you mix it all up in honey, okay? Your muscles have gained life, new energy, agility. Get into it, okay? Just Move Supplements. Thank you very much. Hold up, Chief. Okay, don't forget about that TLC NutriBurst to get that multivitamin pocket, because we all need a little extra. And child, if you want that sea moss that go down smooth, don't come up rough, okay? Get into the TLC Nautica sea moss. Yes, get that from me. And child, if your stomach hurt and you need to move some things around so you can be free, okay, go ahead and get that ISOT down below in the description box. Get it all from me. Come on in, come on in, come on in, not come on in, not come. Sorry, y'all know I'm weird, whatever.
Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl BondyBlue. So let's go ahead. Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl BondyBlue. Okay, follow me on Instagram and let's get into the video, right?
Good afternoon. Hey everybody, what's going on? I had a change in my schedule, which is why I didn't come to y'all as early as I thought I would. First of all, my massage got changed to tomorrow. Second of all, Lyric was able to procure my new laptop for me ahead of time. I'm coming y'all all up. Okay, and we're here. We're a little cloudy, so I'm gonna wipe us off in a second. But y'all can see me well enough. Hey, hi. Y'all know I got my robe on. Okay, don't be judging me, but I ain't want to be on here giving y'all what I gave y'all last night for the Ooh Ladies First panel. Did y'all see the Ooh Ladies First panel last night? Me and the girls were on Jay Lee's corner. Okay, doing our thug thizzle. Listen, I gotta hit, a few people back. People be hitting me up. I'm be doing some other stuff. We're doing stuff with other people. You know what I'm saying? Just gotta give me a little time. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so before we get into it all, because it's a few things I want to talk about, and I ain't even go through and make cute little graphics for y'all. I just pulled in some pictures, so y'all gonna have to roll with me the way I'm rolling today. Because I told y'all I'm still, trying to get used to being back. And, I'm behind in my workout. We just got into week 4 and I have to catch up. So I gotta, go get that workout done, girl. Okay. So I wanted to come on here. But before we get into it, y'all, okay. So when I went to Los Angeles, I had an opportunity to spend some time with my sister and my nephew. And I often don't get a chance to spend time with my nephew. So it was really dope to, be with him and talk to him and just see him as a young man. It's just really adorable. It's really cute. Like, he was my baby when he was a baby. So it's, it's just, when you see him, child. But he's also in production, right? A production kid, into the editing and screenwriting and all of that. And I was talking to him about OBS, which is the streaming software that we used to use before they made StreamYard. Okay. And we, I think at some point YouTube made it possible. I downloaded OBS. I was doing some of my lives that way, but it was just kind of a lot. So it just became easier to just, edit and do things regularly, because I wanted to start doing my videos through OBS because it was easier than having to go in and edit the graphics on top of video that I had recorded. Like, my process before just used to be a lot longer. And so when the lives were created, it made it easier. So we just went to StreamYard. Well, now with my website, y'all know I have tried to go live from my website a few times, and it's giving you a lag. It's had all of these issues. So I was talking to my nephew about that, and he told me that I should try a PC because it just doesn't work as well with Mac. So, being the geek that I am, as soon as I got home, I started looking. And I came across on Best Buy this MSI. Actually, y'all know I do my research elsewhere, on YouTube, websites, but I got a Best Buy credit card. Like I pay it down so for moments like these, okay? And basically I went on there and I purchased this beautiful MSI Creator Z16. This, I look, intro into the video, okay? Giving y'all a minute to come into the room. But I love this. And so if y'all are Discord members or members of the website, y'all know this morning I did a live with us watching Marriage Boot Camp, the first look. We watched that and we did a little talking about some of the things that were going on on Instagram and the blogs or whatever. That was from the laptop and it went so smoothly. And then on top of that, I hooked my camera up, my Canon M50. I have never been able to hook my Canon M50 up to this fucking expensive ass MacBook Pro and it worked all the way right when it came to streaming. Works perfectly on here, okay? Face recognizer. This is also a touch screen. So I just wanted to show y'all because the keyboard does this. Like I'm obsessed with the keyboard doing this. I don't know why. But it's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's 32 gigabytes of RAM. It's 2 terabytes of solid state drive. It's an i9. It has a GeForce graphics card, which is a 360. Anybody that knows shit about computers knows those are great specs. And being, a touch. Like I'm not over it being a touch, touch, stupid ass. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not over the fact that I can just touch the screen and things happen, like pop up YouTube. And there goes YouTube, and then get out of YouTube and it goes away. It's beautiful. Okay, it's beautiful. Yes, PC is extremely much better for streaming. So I just wanted to show y'all that we're going to be going live from the website now much more often because I can actually pull shit up in OBS and share the screen. Hopefully when I try to do a Zoom call, that will also work well. Just things that were lagging and creating a delay on, the Mac, we can now do on PC. PC is better, period. Mac is just more user-friendly. This is true. This is true. But you know what it is, though? With cell phones, they make most of the apps and stuff for iPhone. So you'll notice how Instagram and Facebook and I mean almost every app that I have on both phones works better on Apple. But I'm sorry, y'all. The camera and the technology on this Samsung Ultra 22 is damn ridiculous. A lot of the really nice pictures I took at night, the pictures were on here. Now the video quality was better on this, on the Apple, but the actual pictures better on the Samsung. So, and I like the Samsung interface better. So I like having both phones. 2 phones, one for the plug and one for the load. Shout out to Kevin Gates. Okay. And so now it only makes sense to, this one was 27. Well, with insurance, tax, all of that shit. But it priced for $2,500 and it's a recent one. It's basically the one that they put out to rival the MacBook. It's expensive. $2,500 is expensive. But I saw ones that were like closer to 2 or maybe like, $1,800. But with what I do, it doesn't make sense for me to buy a computer that I'm going to have to replace in a year. You know what I'm saying? Like I already know that 2 terabytes of solid state drive. Yes. Yeah. Apple, But I think it's cool now that I have both Apple computer and Apple phone, and then, Android and a PC. Those go better together. And eventually I'm going to get me another, because I have a MacBook, iMac, which is desktop Mac. I want to get a desktop PC as well, and I'll have somebody build that for me. It reminds me back in the day, one of my first personal computers was one my dad had built for me. Okay, because that's the shit we were into. The shit we are into. Okay, so now that I've done all of that and shared my overall, geek gadget excitement, y'all have always been this way. Like I was one of the first kids that I knew to have an iPod in these New Orleans streets because they were like so huge in New York. I went to New York, I think the summer of 2005 04, whichever year that was, right before Katrina happened, when my uncle died, and yeah, and then I went to New York for 3 months. It was like 2005. That was around the time there was advertisements for iPods all over the place. In New Orleans, you may have seen it, but not like that. But it was all over the place in New York. When I got home, I was like, Daddy, we got to get these. Because me and my daddy was already like making mixtapes and shit. Like that's what me and my daddy used to do on our computer. We made mixtapes. I'm telling you, but once he figured it out, he taught me how to do it. And that's all we did was make CDs and shit. It do work, but mostly niggas made CDs and played games and shit. Okay. So it was 05, right? I'm team Samsung. Apple is too complicated for me. It's really not. It's really, really not. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. All right, y'all. Before the Wi-Fi starts getting sketch, let's go ahead and get into the subject matters for the day. Let's start off here. I told y'all I didn't do what I normally do, so this is what it is. I miss rewriting CDs. Oh my God, do you remember? Oh my God. The first PC I programmed back in 1979 had a green screen. Wow, New York. Damn. 79? I mean, that sounds about right though, I like customization options on Samsung. Yes, I assemble my whole laptop online. It's so much better than buying a laptop in store. I purchased 2 laptops. Where did you do that? Like, what website did you go to do that? Let me know. Okay. But we're about to get into this. Okay. So I heard about this story with Daniel Kaluuya and this alleged manager named Air Holiness. And it sounded cult-like, it sounded weird, but I really didn't want to press the issue just yet because I was just, I was like, I don't know about that story. Let's just wait and see how that plays out. You know what I'm saying? And it's so easy for people to think that something is wrong when people are making course corrections in their life. Like if I decide that I want to live, a different type of lifestyle and I, bring people in and kind of expel all of the people that are not living in that same vein that I want to live in, then people are going to think something is wrong, even though nothing is wrong. I'm just making positive changes. You know what I'm saying? And those changes sometimes include excluding certain people. But whenever somebody tells you that they're bringing a fucking guru, it feels cult-like. So everybody was kind of wondering what was going on with Daniel Kaluuya. So let me read y'all the story and then we'll get into it, okay? It looks like Tiffany Haddish is coming to the defense of Daniel Kaluuya's new manager, Air Holiness. Earlier this month, it was reported that the Get Out actor had allegedly fired his entire management team and replaced them with a woman named Air Holiness, who is now said to be Kaluuya's personal manager, according to her Instagram page. Okay? Sources say that Air joined Kaluuya as he filmed his new movie, Nope. People on the Nope set were very concerned that Air had taken over DK's life, and all decisions had to go through her. I've heard there were multiple blowups, and the production people were afraid of her. Okay. That's what they say. Daniel Kaluuya's former agencies confirmed that he is no longer signed with them. Some say that everyone from publicists to stylists have been let go. Okay, a movie insider claimed there are many actors and artists in Hollywood who work with spiritual advisors and use them for guidance and support. Right. They continued, but him leaving his agency and his publicist, that's the unusual thing. It's kind of weird. Now, in the midst of all the speculation about Air Holiness, actress Tiffany Haddish is speaking up and defending her friend/mentor of 11 years. On Thursday, the Girls Trip actress took to Instagram to share a heartfelt message about her friend. In a lengthy message, Haddish had nothing but positive things to say about Air, while jokingly questioning the recent rumors about her. Okay, Tiffany Haddish wrote, "Wow, Air Holiness, we have come a long way. Over 11 years ago, we met. And during that time, you have taught me so much. And we have shared so many laughs, tears, and gardening tips. I am so happy to watch you and your business grow. Remember when I did that commercial for you? LOL. I felt so weird about my voice and you helped me love it. You were there. You was there for me through some of the roughest times of my life, and I just want to thank you. Haddish continued, now I have been hearing some crazy things about you in these internet streets. By far the craziest one is that you run a cult. If this is true, why haven't I met the other members, and where do I pay dues? Okay, you continue to shine while the enemy whines. You are my sister. Love you. Hashtag she ready to win. Okay, and she posted, you know, a slew of pictures and, you know, posts of them together. And listen, you know what's funny to me is that I feel like Tiffany thought she was helping, but I don't know if we can look at Tiffany as someone who this lady can use as an example of her being a great spiritual leader. Not to say that Tiffany is a great like person to me. I think Tiffany is extremely positive. She perseveres. She is herself. She is, you know, whether people like it or not, I think Tiffany is being herself, being authentic, being a genuine character, a genuine person. And it just comes off the way it comes off to certain people. But then you tell me that you had somebody help you in this way. And I'm like, you know, that's no different than what like AJ Johnson does. There are a whole bunch of like gurus and people who help artists and other people just find a new way of thinking or living that can be helpful to them. I don't think this is any different from when Goldie was on with Tamar. And we saw how Goldie's process could have definitely helped Tamar if it were not for Tamar getting in her own way by allowing David to, you know, fuck up that whole situation. And Goldie was already known for that. You know what I'm saying? So I just kind of feel like it's easy to dismiss this as some crazy shit, but if I want to think a little bit deeper, I'm thinking about what Nicki Minaj said about how, you know, you need your family around you to ground you, and her family would be like, oh, we don't want to worry you about things. It makes me feel like a lot of these actors, you know, artists and all of that, they are going through that same thing with needing something to keep them spiritually and mentally grounded in the environment where everybody is gassing your head up. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if I necessarily still feel, I don't know if I feel like this is a bad thing. I haven't seen anything from this woman in order for me, you know, I don't know anything about her in order for me to feel like something is wrong here. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know if I feel like, you know, I can say that something is wrong here. I just feel like when people see things like this, they often go into it some mind control shit. But until I see something that tells me that this woman is not good for Daniel, I don't think there's any need to like adopt the idea that he's in some cult. A lot of the managers, publicists, and people that, you know, a lot of artists, actors, musicians hire are not good for them. They're not. Like a lot of them, you know, don't make good decisions on their behalf, don't help them to be grounded. I mean, look at the situation with Wendy Williams. You know, we're going to talk about that shit. We can segue into that now. You know, I don't need to post. Do I have, I might have something already in here with Wendy on it. Or I might have taken it out, child. I don't know. Y'all know what Wendy, there we go. Y'all know what Wendy looked like. I ain't gotta like, we'll segue from that. But I'm not too worried about Daniel just yet. Even though I feel like Tiffany was trying to help and trying to like, you know, just kind of joke and make fun at people thinking that something was wrong with Air Holiness. But that name by itself makes everybody feel like, bitch, what you got going on over there, Air Holiness? Tamika, okay? You know, Keisha, whatever your regular fucking name is, you know how people be. But we'll just wait on it and see. You know what I'm saying? We'll just wait on it and see, because everybody is not a con artist. Some people really do have a gift for helping people. And a lot of these artists need people to ground them and help them, because the people around them, managers, publicists, assistants alike, can be in it to harm you or to get what they can get out of it, regardless to whether that is to your detriment or not, i.e. Wendy Williams. Okay. So Wendy has been actually being vocal while I've been on vacation, and I kind of haven't been paying as much attention, but I'm glad that she has been visually speaking for herself, and we're going to, you know, hear some of what she had to say. Hold up.
My thing is that I've been asking questions about my money. And when I began asking questions about my money,
y'all can hear that, right?
Suddenly, Lori Schiller has got no response regarding my money. I want my money. This is not fair. And Wells Fargo has no questions and answers with regarding my money. This is not fair.
No, it's not. And it's
And
probably
Lori
something that a
Schiller
lot of white
and
famous
Wells
people don't go
Fargo
through.
have this guardianship petition about keeping me away from my money. This is not right.
It's not. It's not, Wendy.
And you know this is not fair.
It's not, because people should be able to go through whatever the fuck they need to go through without somebody at a bank withholding their money because their former assistant turned over health documents. I mean, I had to violate some type of HIPAA law for you to be handing over Wendy's medical records to the people at Wells Fargo for them to take her fucking money like this. This shit pisses me off. It makes me feel like you should always have cash in a mattress. Bitcoin, all that shit.
I know for a fact.
Just don't just have different types of income, have different forms of payment and income, okay?
That Bernie Young used my American Express card to hire an attorney.
Can you believe it?
To file a petition against me.
How you gonna use my money
with my American Express card?
That's some bullshit.
Bernie Young.
Bernie Young, you ain't shit.
And this is not fair at all. You know? And then there's this person, this a former doctor, okay, had medical information about me that I never even got.
Of course not.
It was sent over to Lori Schiller. So I haven't gotten this stuff. I fired the doctor. And again, all I want to know is where is my money? This is not right. And certainly, this is not fair. This is not fair.
It's not.
You know?
I feel bad for her too.
Has used all this stuff to create the guardianship over me. This is not right.
It's not. It's not.
Okay. Had medical information about me that I never even got. The doctor. And again, all I want to know is where is my money? This is not right. And certainly, this is not fair.
All right. That's basically everything that she was saying about it. I wish y'all give Wendy her money back. Wendy looks good. Wendy looks good in that video. Wendy looks like she's of sound mind and body for the most part. She's sitting, but she looks fine. And I'm happy to see that. I'm absolutely happy to see that because I was worried. The stories that they were saying about Wendy, it was as if Wendy was on death's door, and she may have been. But to see her, you know, speaking on her own behalf, like herself, that made me feel so much better about, you know, the things that I have been seeing. So hold up. Let me go ahead and pull up Kelvin's ass. If y'all watched us on the Ooh Ladies First panel last night, I told y'all that I don't trust Kelvin. Kelvin got online this week and tried to make it seem like he was some type of fucking savior. And if y'all recall, the way Kelvin got Wendy in the first place was when Wendy was about to get jumped by the members of Total for speaking on Diddy stealing money from them, which is crazy. How the fuck you mad at a lady for blowing a whistle on a nigga for stealing money from you? Okay. And now, you know what I'm saying? Like, he showed up to save her in that moment, and it seems as if he's showing up in this moment to try to save her as well. And I find it manipulative. I feel like Kelvin knew that Wendy was someone who needed someone. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like he's presenting himself in that exact same way. We're going to watch a little bit of this YouTube video because I feel like he talked too fucking much, but we're going to watch it. Thank you, Damien, for the super chat. It also doesn't help that we may be headed into a recession and the bank trying to keep her ish before it crashes. Yes. It definitely felt like the bank was trying to hold on to her money because banks try to hold on to people's money because they be needing the money. Ever since they stopped bailing them hoes out. All right, hold up, y'all. Let me see. Where is it at? Here it is. Yeah, he did a whole hour-long video. We ain't about to do all that.
The people have been passionate through the years, even before I came into the picture, and continue. There's haters that turn into lovers. There was a lot of hard work that was put in around the clock that only me and her will understand before all the hoorah and where it went. So I don't expect a lot of people to understand what sacrifice really means when you're going for something or when you want to fulfill your mate at the time's dreams. Only real dudes can relate to this when you meet somebody and you know you really want to see them accept and you put it on the line for them.
Oh, is that what you did?
You put yourself in the back because you want your queen to shine.
Nigga, you was gonna always be in the back. To be very clear, Wendy had already established herself as Wendy Williams before Calvin came along. She may not have been this version of Wendy Williams, but she was definitely already on the radio making waves and pissing people off, and he came to her rescue then. And now you want to sit up here and get patted on the back because you was the lover and secretary to the woman that funded your lifestyle? Nigga, get the fuck out of my face. You even asking for us to you know, only real ones when you want to see your mate shine. Nigga, the way you allowed for that shit with Sharina to go public showed an overall disrespect and disdain for that fucking lady. I don't want to hear nothing from you, Calvin, about how you got all this love and respect and admiration for Wendy, because you trying to separate you cheating on her from the business when the only reason you were a part of the business is because you were her husband. So once you done fucked up the thing, shout out the Q, okay? Once you done fucked up the thing, it is what it is. It is what it is. How dare you sit in front of us and act like somebody needs to be patting you on the back because you played a security guard to your rich and famous wife. When that's how you got in a situation in the first place, was jumping in front of her when Total came to whip her ass, if I recall correctly.
That's like
let's continue on.
That was the real narrative. And
I don't believe nothing. He said nothing.
What?
Yes, I don't trust that brother neither. You doing way too much fucking talking. For what?
The sacrifices that we made to put all of that in front of the foundation of his family was something that we
yes, Derek. Yes, Derek.
And we succumbed to. You know? And I will agree that, you know, for a large part of it, you know, you're in the trenches doing things, you know, some of it is karma. And some of it is karma. Even though from where so she deserves this. You people see it. You see it as well. Yeah, you started to come. You did it well. It was deeper than that. And I'm not gonna go. I'm being as forthright as I choose to be. But making the real people here understand what it takes when you really sacrifice and you go all in. See, I was all in. Oh, were you? And I was given the opportunity to do that, coming from straight hustle and ingenuity and using hustle, scamming to the best of my ability. Scamming on women like you did on Wendy? No, people don't know. You know, I mean, I'm not gonna over-explain that, but the opportunity that someone gave me, I was very appreciative of at the time. This is the opportunity to manage one of the most polarizing, prolific talents. Did you get that opportunity, or did you push and bully everybody else out of the way in order to isolate Wendy? Which one was it? Outside of a Howard Stern. So I was honored. And it's a shame that through all of that and through all of what you really work hard to do, you realize that, damn, when you get to that point, something, you know, this, you know, it ain't everything. It ain't everything to take away so much from something. And that's where something went left. But again, I take full accountability and I stand on the principle of knowing that I did hurt somebody. And for that, I wish her nothing but the best, wellness and support, and, you know, my deepest. With that being said, professionally, what I've done, what I contributed to, what I was a huge part of. Get to it. What was, you know, what was stripped from me because of whom I choose to be with and whom I choose. Like you're not supposed to, you know, personal relationships go on in the job all the time. You know what I mean? And, you know, when it happens in everyday situation. He knew he couldn't say you're not supposed to use the personal relationship in business because he knows the only reason he got the business relationship in the first place is because of his personal relationship. Boy, shut the fuck up. All these you know, there wasn't no social media. But instead, you know, there was a bunch of hurt. There was a bunch of people using the opportunity to discredit, take a personal situation and discredit my hard work. You know, because that's the type of person I am. So I never stopped being that person.
Kelvin, you was an asshole to everybody, and that's the reason why they pushed you out of that seat as soon as they could. If you had treated everybody better, if you had really been down for Wendy in a real way and about her overall protection, then maybe we would be having a different conversation. But you didn't really, you may have protected Wendy, but it wasn't real protection. It was isolation. Real protection would have involved protecting her from your bullshit with Sharina, and that's not what I saw. I saw you allowing all of that shit to, I mean, you moved that girl down the street from Wendy. Like Wendy said, I could see the nigga pulling in the driveway from my kitchen window. That's what she said. Y'all tell me if I'm wrong, because y'all know I input so much shit sometimes. But if I recall correctly, Wendy said you could see the girl house that he bought her with Wendy's money down the street. Wendy was sitting in her kitchen and you could see from her kitchen window him driving down the street and pulling into Sharina's driveway. So I'm sorry. I'm not going to forget about you not protecting her in that way, especially when you now want to point the finger at other people, because I feel like you may have been in cahoots with those other people to now make yourself a savior again, because you want to make sure that all the money isn't lost. You thought you was going to be able to dog her out, fuck over her, get the alimony, and keep getting money from the empire. But now you see that people are trying to take advantage of her because you left her in a weakened spot. And you thought that the money was still going to be there. But now that you leaving her in that weakened spot has left her open to all of these people. Because to me, I feel like as smart and astute as Wendy is, she falls into that victimhood that a lot of strong women like to fall into. You feel bad. The world makes you feel bad for being a boss-ass woman. So you want to be feminine and a damsel in distress. So instead of doing what you're supposed to do, you let a man come into your life and relinquish power and control to him. And now that he's no longer in your life, your shit is going to hell on the handbasket, and it doesn't even make sense because he was never that good for you in the first place. But it's because Wendy decided to relinquish, I believe, so much of her control and understanding of things, maybe out of, preservation for herself, too much to handle, maybe. And don't cry for me, Argentina, bitch. I'm not going to cry for you, Argentina, because I feel like you play some part in why this is happening. This is happening because you wanted to be a damsel in distress, because, it makes women feel bad when we're known for being boss ass bitches. So we got to try to find a way to live up to the damsel in distress. And we put ourselves at a disadvantage by allowing a man to have control in a space so we can feel like, oh, he a man and I'm really his woman and I'm soft. And so I'm going to, let him control this aspect of something, even though he shouldn't be controlling it because it's not really from him. It's from you. And so you shouldn't let him control it. And you did. And so now I feel like she put herself at a disservice. People are taking advantage of her, and she's just over there sitting in her house trying to figure out what to do. And now she's tapped back in. But if it seems like for a minute you let your life fall to the wayside, and I really feel like it's because you put all of your, all of your heart and all of your energy as far as your personal life into that relationship with that shitty ass nigga. Like when you think about Wendy not having no real friendships, you know what I'm saying? When you think about Wendy not, not having a strong foundation to stand on once that man was no longer in her life, it really feels like she was using him to stay grounded. And as soon as he was no longer there, she just kind of lost her bearings. And that makes me sad, because even though I understand what it's like to, I don't personally understand what it's like, but I know what it's like to lose love and to be hurt. And, a marriage for years, child, I can only imagine. But I still feel like at the end of the day, you should have still been a whole ass woman, whether Kelvin was there or not. And it seemed like without Kelvin there to help protect you, you are not as whole. And that is an issue for me. That is sad to me. And it's also an indication of Wendy being a pick-me, as we have said before. And that's why I tell y'all that always trying to rely on some nigga, always trying to, oh, I want my happily ever after, and I want this man to come and save me, is so ridiculous and stupid. And I want y'all to stop doing that. There is nothing wrong with having a partner in life and somebody that catches you when you fall, and vice versa. But the idea that as a woman, you are supposed to fully relinquish control and power to somebody so that you can prove that you are a woman is stupid. Because look at Wendy. Isolated, completely isolated when that man was no longer in her life. Y'all, I'm a young woman, and that's the one thing that I have learned about relationships. I don't care. Me and Lyric have been together for a whole decade, and over the course of our relationship, I have learned I can't just have him. Yes, I love him. He's my person, but it can't just be him. It can't. I have to have shit outside of him. I have to have friends outside of him. I have to have people I can depend on outside of him. Because if not, if something happens to him, if we, God forbid, break up, then what am I left with? I don't have no piece of myself separate from this man. So now, if he's not there, then who am I? Because I have assigned my identity to my relationship with this man. And that's not how any of this should work. And, I hope that Wendy, first of all, I hope Wendy get her money back. I want Wendy to go podcast. I want Wendy to sit in her house and be comfortable and record at her leisure and make millions of dollars and get more sponsorships so she can take care of herself and be comfortable for the rest of her life and be happy. And I want her to do whatever she needs to do that. But relying on Kelvin again, I don't know if that's what's happening, but I don't feel like that is the way sway. Now, I'm going to slightly pivot. This isn't one of the stories in my list, but last night I did see, and we talked about it slightly, Aisha from last season of Ready to Love. Y'all remember Aisha? She was one of the last couples to remain at the reunion, and it was her and Dante. Well, last night she went on live to about 2,000 people. Oh, excuse me, and told them that Dante cheated on her throughout the relationship, and also that he has a fourth baby on the way. And she found out about 3 or 4 women. Okay, now if you watch Ready to Love, then you know this. I was listening to her talk, and she is a very contradictory person. Even though I feel like she has great energy and I love the positive place that she's in and the confidence that she exudes, we felt that there was a pick-me-ishness to her. And when she got on that live last night, there were a few things I found problematic. First of all, this nigga betrays you. Why are you asking for black women to be accountable or do something different? Your issue is with this man who dogged you out. Why is this conversation, you as a black woman, why is this conversation about how you don't like when black women tell other black women you don't need a man? You don't like when black women tell other black women that you should have chose better. And I understand that. And I understand her saying that it's not her guilt to bear, meaning that nigga cheated on me. Y'all not gonna make me feel like I'm a fucked up person or I'm stupid because I trusted him based off what he showed me and then he showed his ass, okay? But what I also need for you to understand, Aisha, is that as a grown-ass woman, my good girl, there is no such thing as happily ever after. And you can absolutely take responsibility for the fact that there were red flags about Dante and you just ignored them because you wanted that fairy tale so badly. And so what I want for you to do is stop assigning you being treated badly by men to God, okay, putting you through a trial and tribulation, to prove how strong you are. I don't like that. I don't like that. And another thing, as a black woman, you don't need a man. Ooh, bitch, you literally need oxygen, water, and food and shelter to live. Those are the things you need to live. Do you hear me? So when you adopt the idea that you need a man in order to live, you're now placing having that relationship too highly on the list. Because if you were thinking logically, you would think that, no, you know what? It's not about a fairy tale. It's about an experience. The one thing that my father dying and my mama having to navigate life as a 60-something-year-old woman who the love of her life is dead. There is nobody else coming after him for her. She can have relationships. She can have a little boyfriend. She can have a boo. She said, I will never remarry. No man will ever be, in my eyes, what your father was to me. So I can have experiences. I can enjoy their time. And then if it's over, it's over. And if it's not, it's not. And when that happened, it taught me that relationships, as great as they can sometimes only be for a moment, and that is okay. My people was married for 20 plus years to the day, from the day they got married, the year in 1988, they got married Christmas 1988, the Christmas after I was born, they got married, and they were married until the day my daddy died in 2009, April of 2009. Okay. And still after, my mama has to figure out a way to date because she's still a beautiful young woman, okay? At 60-something years old, that's still young. Especially, you know, at the time, I think she was in her 50s at the time when my dad died. You know, life is not over in your 50s, even if your husband does pass away. So to me, even when it is death do us part, that don't mean your life gonna be over when death do part you. So you have got to stop thinking that any relationship is happily ever after. It's fucking not. It's a person that I love so much, that I like so much. I want to do the big shit with them. I want to do the big shit with them. I want to do this thing with them. And if it works out, great. And if it doesn't, then it's an experience that I can grow from, and an experience that I had in my life, because my life is a journey. And if it meant for me to stay with this person, then great. If not, then I'll move on and have another great experience in my life. Instead of thinking that if I don't have a fucking man, if I don't have a husband, oh my God, what is my life going to be like? I'm not going to have my fairy tale. Do you know what my fairy tale is, y'all? My fairy tale is my beach house in whatever capacity I get it. When I went and visited my sister and saw my sister living this very peaceful, you know what I'm saying, for the most part, life where, yeah, you know, business is hectic. You know, she's still working. But my sister can literally open up a patio door out onto endless fucking Pacific Ocean beach. I say there's nothing that will fully upset me in life again if I could just come and stand here for 5 minutes and collect myself. And then I could think and deal with whatever the issue is and move on from there. Or I can cry, or I can put my feet in the water and lay my fucking burdens down into the ocean and into the sand and into the earth like the ancestors tell you to. Like, at the end of the day, I can accomplish something for myself that will give me the everlasting peace that I need. And everything else after that is complementary. Everything else after that is complementary. I am grateful and blessed to have a partner that values me and that I value, and we don't, you know, like to hurt each other like that. But guess what? He knew from the beginning that I didn't need him, because I told him that. And I say all the time, I'm here today, I'll be here tomorrow. I don't know if I'll be here next year. I don't know if I'll be here in 5 years, but I'm here today, I'm here tomorrow, and I'll probably be here next week. I tell people that all the time, and I say it in front of him. Because at the end of the day, you are not going to, first of all, the idea of forever makes people think they don't have to try in relationships. Fuck that. I need you to feel like I could possibly be gone tomorrow if you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing by me. So Aisha getting on live to do this, you know, if it was meant for me to be seen, my God, and, you know, my fairy tale, I still feel like, and I was meant to show that Black women can be soft, and Black women can be, yeah, bitch, and Black women can also be completely solid and whole without a nigga in a happily ever after fairy tale Disney life. And a Black woman can be honest and tell you that you don't need a man to survive in your life. I'm just saying. Thank you, Sha Jones, for the super sticker. I'm just imparting some wisdom from what I heard, y'all. And this is what I picked up from people. And the reason why I say that people put way too much into the relationships the way they do is because I've seen how relationships over decades have shifted and moved, and people make mistakes and they come back to each other and they break up, and, you know, years down the line, they find, like, things happen. So you have got to, like, stop holding on to shit having to be this strict way. And if not, what am I gonna do? Live your fucking life. Figure out a way to be happy without a nigga. And maybe then you'll find a nigga that is worthy of you for real. If you're not so thirsty for a happily ever after that you're going to ignore red flags. She got up there and was basically like him having 3 children was not a red flag. They're a blessing. Ma'am, those children's lives is a blessing. The way he goes through baby mamas is a red flag because now, leaving the relationship with him, he's on baby mama number 4. So how can you say that was not a red flag? And another thing, stop being mad at us for warning you ahead of time that he was an ain't shit nigga because we can see it. You saw it too. So stop playing with us because everything you said on that live, let us know that you saw those red flags too, but you wanted to wait and see because you want so badly to have some fucking fairy tale. Get that out of your head. Happily ever after is not a fairy tale. Happily ever after is at the end of my life. I had a great life. It had ups, it had downs, it had terrible moments, it had great moments. And I feel like there is nothing left for me to do. I love my children. I did the best I could. I made my impact and I'm out this bitch. That is what the fairy tale to me looks like, is that laying down at the end of a long life and feeling like I did the best I could and that's good enough for me and it's good enough for the people that I'm leaving here. That is happily ever after, y'all. That's happily ever after. I'm going to tell you right now, I've watched many people die. I got the chills right now. Okay, somebody's around me. I watched my grandmother, both of my grandmothers, both of my grandfathers, aunts, my cousins. I have watched so many people die over my years, y'all, that when I can tell y'all the only thing that really mattered at the end of it was that they died peacefully, not in pain, and that they were around or in the arms of somebody that they loved and that loved them. That's the happily ever after. All of that other shit, stop it. Stop it. Okay? Oh my God, that girl, y'all should go hear her talk because she wanted them. You could tell she wanted them. I can't stand with my God. Girl, he ain't just for you. And God is not about to keep putting you. That's nothing. God is not putting you through pain with men because he can see that you so strong. That's nothing I don't like. Why do Black women have to be some fucking, ironclad woman that can take all of this pain and strength? And that's what God wants you to prove, that you know what I'm saying? God wants you to prove that you can take all this pain. Girl, what? No, don't put that on God. Put that on you ignoring your intuition. Put that on you being socialized to want and need a man in order to feel happy and whole. Put it on that. Yeah, single about to sit with a millionaire next week to start my own business. Come on. Someone tries to break me, but nope. Come on. I love to hear it. Congratulations. Okay. I hope you soak up and get as much blessing out of that opportunity as you possibly can. You better get it beat. Okay. Thank you, K1, for the super chat. I'm so over women telling me I'm mean because I say I can't be a while without a man. Okay, I said that right. I'm so over women telling me I mean because I say I can't. They say you mean because you say that you can't be without a man. How that work? Type it again. You ain't got a super chat it, but type it again because that confused me a little bit. Listen, I like my man. Like I don't know what y'all, and this is the thing that y'all don't. This is what people don't tend to understand about this situation. I am a attentive, people-pleasing partner, y'all. Y'all may not know that about me. My husband knows that about me. But also, and I'm not no fronter, but I need for y'all to understand that the mindset about how y'all think about being with men has to change. You don't need a man. You need affection. You don't need a man. You need to get fucked. You don't need a man. You need a partner that's going to support you. And I say that because I feel like different relationships can fill voids. And it doesn't have to equal a husband. Meaning you could have a nigga that come through and bend that back out. Okay? Yo, cuddy buddy for sure. And you know it ain't gonna never be nothing more, but he a great cuddy buddy and you enjoy cuddy buddy time. You got your homegirls that you can rely on emotionally. Y'all go to brunch, y'all go shopping, y'all talk. You got your mama that you really lay your or whoever that you really lay your burdens down to. And then you got yourself that you work on yourself and you do things for yourself to make you feel good. So you have a relationship with yourself that is gratifying. Okay? So what I am saying is there are so many different ways for women to get what they think they need specifically from a man. And I think that once you understand that you don't need anything outside of yourself, you will attract the things that you want. But you can't attract a good man, Savannah girl, when your idea of a good man is just any old man that'll stay around and not embarrass you in public. Because a lot of y'all don't have high standards for these niggas. And that's a part of the problem. Don't blame Mr. Charlie. Mr. Charlie is just a man and he's doing the best he can. No, Betty. No, Betty. Charlie is not doing the best he can. He's not. He's not. And if Charlie don't get his shit together, Charlie gonna be at his mama house or his sister house. Okay? That's the attitude you bitches need to have at this point. Stop listening to old hoes with that. Because what y'all do is y'all convince these men that they don't have to really change in order for y'all to want to be with them. So they don't do anything different. They don't change. They don't do anything different. They don't try to make you happier because they feel like you're not going nowhere. Let these niggas know they disposable. Stop being stupid. Oh, I don't like, I need to tell, I need my, no, you don't. No, you don't. You don't need, you know what? You may need a man, but you don't need any specific man. And you need to let these niggas know that, oh yeah, I can need a man, but it don't have to be you. It could be another nigga. Okay. Thank you, Sanivia, for the super chat. I hope I said that right. I wasn't able to accept a healthy love and relationship until I was content with myself and the love that I give myself. Please love yourselves. Come on, ma'am. Come on, ma'am. Let them know. Let them know. I even had to learn some of these lessons within my relationship, but thank God, you know, I feel like Lyric and I were blessed in our relationship that we were so much friends that we kind of give each other space to figure stuff out without holding each other, you know, at gunpoint all the time. But things had to be like, it had to be a very, okay, so if this does not happen or if I don't start to see this change, then this is not going to work. Like, it's not, oh, I'm just so happy to have a tall black man and I'm just going to sit quiet and I'd be good goddamn girl. I couldn't do it. I couldn't suffer in silence. I couldn't do the Tisha. I can't do that. You're not going to, because that hurt watching that. You ain't going to break my spirit and all of that. Not to say that that was my situation, but just saying that when you are unhappy in a relationship, it can break your spirit. You know what I'm saying? And it don't always have to be a nigga cheating on you. That's why I say y'all think that's the worst thing. And sometimes that is not the worst thing that these niggas can do to you. Or that you can do to somebody else. But anyway, y'all, Dominique Lee, thank you for the super chat. These standards have me single. Men see it as approved. Child, they can see it however they want to see it. But you're not gonna little boy guilt me into changing my standards because you want me to lower them for you. Now, standards should be realistic, but my boundaries are my boundaries. And you're not gonna, oh, you know, you approved. Yeah, all that shit. Sure, I'm approved, all that. Whatever you want to call it, nigga. Okay, whatever you want to call it. You can't get it. It don't matter. Whatever you want to call it. Thank you. What does that say? Is it Lakia or Ikea? Thank you so much for the super sticker. I hope it's Lakia and not Ikea. Is it Ikea, girl? Not like the store. I don't think so. I think it's an L. Whatever. Thank you, Shirtavia, for the super chat. I'm married with 4 kids. I wish I had somebody to tell me this. I lost myself and my husband and kids, but I'm trying to figure out who I am, and it's hard. Thank you for sharing that, first of all, for admitting that, because a lot of people get mad at me when I say real shit that apply to them, and they get, you know, they talk bad to me and shit. So thank you for admitting that. But I'm gonna tell you, like, it really, I really thank my parents so much because they gave me a foot up in the world by showing me certain things ahead of time. So by the time, and don't get me wrong, I feel like it took me a minute in my marriage to figure out that I was doing that. That's why I told y'all about them shrooms. Y'all be thinking people be playing when they tell y'all them fucking shrooms open up your mind and give you epiphanies and all of that. I'm telling you, the night me and Lyric did shrooms was and that was a year ago on Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day is our literal anniversary. It was the day that we decided to make our relationship like a real, you know, we were exclusive at that point. We had been dating since December, been knowing each other years previously, and we're friends, and decided that on, you know, Valentine's Day 2011, we were going to make our relationship a real relationship. So over that time, yeah, I was always focused on my career and, you know, focusing on my own bread. But within my relationship, because I'm so attentive, and I also come from being in relationships with women. When you are in relationships with women, a lot of your attentiveness is reciprocated because women naturally are nurturers. So in my relationships, I had been taken care of by my girlfriends I was in college, you know, with, like adult people take care of motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? So I was used to being taken care of in a certain way. So when I transitioned to relationships with exclusively men, which wasn't something I was trying to do, but it just would happen. I didn't understand that I could not give to a man the way I had given to women. Women receive and back a lot of the time. And it's not the way men are. Men are naturally like socialized to just take and not give back in that same way. So I would go through relationships, you know what I'm saying? And finally, when I got to Lyric felt more like relationships I had been with the women I was with. And that was because it felt safe. When I was with women, even if I had been cheated on by women, there was, I don't know, it was something about being with women where, you know what it was? Even if they cheat, you fully connect emotionally. You fully connect. Even if something else happens in a relationship, I understood what it felt like for somebody to truly love me and for me to truly love that person, even if they cheated on me. And I know people feel like you can't love somebody and cheat on them. I disagree, but whatever. So in that last relationship, with a girl, like I had become accustomed to recognizing what real, like a love from a person felt like. When me and Lyric got together, that was the first time when I had been with a man, not the first, the second time being with a man that I had felt that like safety net, that real, like we love, like it's a connect, you know what I'm saying? And so because of that, we instantly went into the relationship like I had with women, but it was only like that because we had been friends for so long. So there were a lot of parallels, and so we just, we went into our relationship full throttle. So I didn't feel the need to pull back because we were friends already. I trusted him. Lyric is a gentleman. Lyric is a safety net. You know what I'm saying? Lyric is a sweet guy, but Lyric is also somebody that was raised by a single mother, had an older sister that did a lot for him. So he was socialized to be taken care of and not to take care of other people in the way that I require based off of not only my father and how he was in a household, but also the relationships that I had had with the women that I had been with. So over the years, and especially after we got married, we had to, I had to like, and my mom gave me this advice too. Like you gotta take the reins of the situation because he'll only keep doing what you allow. So you have to then let things be known. This is an issue. And if you don't fix this, then we have a real problem. And that was hard for me to do because I love Lyric. Like I love Lyric with my whole heart, my whole chest. I don't want Lyric to be uncomfortable. I don't want Lyric to I am so into how, is he okay? Is he feeling all right? I'm constantly checking in. And I learned that was an issue for me. And that's something from childhood, but that was an issue for me. And I had to stop doing that. And once I made that shift, then he was able to make the shift that he needed to make. Okay. But we both already had the base. You know what I'm saying? And no, we don't have no children. Okay. Partially because we just haven't been blessed with them yet. And another part is because I was not going to have children with anybody in my 20s. I wasn't going to have children with anybody in my 20s. I just wasn't. That wasn't what I wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? Right. Some of these men be lacking the basics. Exactly. And to me, hard worker, constantly had a job, treats me nice, a gentleman, is respectful to other people, not homophobic. Like those things are the things that matter to me. So once Lyric checked off of base level human boxes for me that a lot of niggas don't, and then also the ability to have conflict resolution, meaning that we can get into it, but we can have a conversation. You know what I'm saying? I'm not still in my 20s. I am not still in my 20s. I will be 34 in 2 months. Okay? I will be 34 in 2 months. But thank you for thinking that I'm still in my 20s, but I'm not. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, y'all, yeah, I know I just went on a diatribe and a long ass conversation, but I see there are like 900 people in here. Y'all ain't left me since I started talking about this shit. So I guess it was yeah, we moving forward, y'all. We moving forward because we have other things to talk about. Y'all, can we please discuss Doja Cat? Because this made me sad. Get into it, y'all. First of all, Doja, do better with your wigs. Call Meg and them, okay? But you definitely do wigs like a white woman that shouldn't be wearing wigs. Even though we know that's not what it was. You said you were 27, I will believe you. Thank you. I am 33. Okay, listen. And listen, y'all, I'm just giving y'all what about the marriage situation. I'm giving y'all what I know thus far. I don't have all the answers, Sway. I just want everybody to be clear on that. I'm not a guru. I don't have all the answers. I'm just telling y'all what my mind and my spirit has computed in my little 33 years now. Now, Doja said that she quitting music because the music industry ain't shit, and I feel a way about it. Let me read to y'all what they're saying. Pop rapper Doja Cat announced that she's quitting music after a concert in Paraguay got canceled. The Say So Rapturous went back and forth with fans via Twitter following the unexpected concert cancellation. They claimed they stood outside in the rain to meet her. In a now deleted tweet, she explained that the show was pulled due to a storm and denied seeing anyone outside her hotel. I wouldn't either. I don't know what's wrong with y'all. There was a storm in Paraguay. The show got canceled. When I left the next morning, there wasn't one person outside the hotel waiting for me. Let that sink in. I regret spending all the time I did getting ready that day for the show. I've been busting my ass every day to put on for you. But God bless. Okay, a production assistant for NBC Sports teased that the rising star was not going to win this fight against the Paraguayans. Okay, Doja, you're not going to win this fight because the Paraguayans. I'm saying it wrong. Like I said, I'm not sorry. I moved on. I'm just going to let everybody be mad. I'm not taking pictures again with anybody else after this tour. I understand how she feel. Y'all got to leave people the fuck alone. And eventually, Doja Cat declared that she was through. It's gone, and I don't give a fuck anymore. I fucking quit. I can't wait to fucking disappear. I don't need you to believe in me anymore. Everything is dead to me. Music is dead. I'm a fucking fool forever thinking I was made for this. This is a fucking nightmare. Unfollow me. Oh, my poor girl. My poor girl, don't stop making music. You give me life. She later tweeted, this shit ain't for me, so I'm out. Y'all take care. I hope Doja is just having a moment because I'm obsessed with Doja's music. Like, there aren't many artists that, hold up, y'all. There aren't many artists that I feel like get me like that, like my eclectic type of ear. Miguel is one of those people. And I like all types of music, but I feel like there are certain types of artists that really do a really good mix of different types of music that I grew up listening to in the 90s and in the 80s. And Doja is one of those people. I love Doja as an artist. And I understand apparently she lied. Her fans were waiting on her. I'm going to just say this, y'all. Wait, hold on. She got upset because she was in town for 3 days, party for 2 days. It doesn't seem like she did anything wrong, but couldn't handle the trolling. I'm gonna just say this: if I've been working for a show, because listen, we went to Smoking Groove's concert. Y'all follow me on Instagram. If you don't follow me on Instagram, y'all know I went on vacation. I went to Jamaica. We were at Sandals, Montego Bay, and then we went to LA after, and I stayed with my sister, so nobody's giving y'all that. But we were in LA for the Smoking Grooves Fest, and it was Miguel, it was The Roots, Nas, Erykah Badu, Jhené Aiko, Sir. We missed Macy Gray, India Arie, Music Soul Child, because we got there later, because like y'all know, our flights got delayed twice at the beginning of our trip, and then we lost 2 days of our trip. And then when we were going from Jamaica to LA, our flights got delayed again. So we had to jump on the last flight out of LA. I mean, out of what was it? We were in Atlanta. Yeah, out of Atlanta to LAX. Got to LAX, was missing one of our luggage, had to wait on another plane to get the luggage, went to my sister's, finally got to bed at 3 a.m. We were tired as fuck. Travel days are always really tiring, especially if you've been spending a long time on planes. And then, the concert was Saturday the next day. So we were kind of like, took us a minute to get up and get ourselves together, but we were at the concert by about 2 or 3. And so we saw everybody after that. And Dead Press, Slum, Slum Village. It was just an amazing concert. But by the time Erica and them were coming out at the end, it was raining. And we were all standing outside in the rain for her. And she came on stage and did what? I want to say maybe 3 songs, and like a medley. So not even the whole song. And then they started playing the intro to Time's a Wasted. Ain't no telling where you're laying. That one. And she was like, I'm not gonna waste y'all time. And then she walked off the stage. And everybody was standing in the fucking rain like, that's it? But at the end of the day, I enjoyed myself so much. If Erykah Badu did not want to come out in the rain to hug and take pictures, I would not have been mad at her. Because me as a concert goer, even after I waited for her, once it was over, I wanted to get the fuck out of the rain. Okay? I didn't want to be standing in the rain. And I do feel like a lot of times, because y'all connect with people and y'all love them and what they do so much, you are entitled. A lot of you fans are entitled, and y'all feel like because y'all support an artist is supposed to constantly be going out of their way and being tired and doing the most so that they can make you feel comfortable. And that is not always the situation. Erykah wasn't that late. Erykah was not that late to her set. Everybody, I think the Roots were late coming on. And then after the Roots, it was Miguel. Miguel did an excellent set. His energy was amazing. I want to see him live. I'm actually going to try and see if I can see them in Atlanta because they're doing another show called the R&B Fest in Atlanta. I think it's in June or July or something like that. If me and Lyric could do that, I'm not going to lie. That's a quick little weekend trip that we can go do to go see that and then come back home. So we may do that one too. But I love the whole concert, but I don't begrudge these artists. Like, nigga, I'm tired. Like, I prepared, it didn't work out. I'm tired. Like, just because somebody doesn't come outside and stand with y'all and do that with y'all every time, it does not mean that they're not a good person. And it doesn't mean that they deserve to be bombarded with your bullshit all day because you expected them to be super for you. And that day they didn't have it in them. So I just kind of feel like, please cut people a slack before they stop making the fucking music. And at the end of the day, the music is what lasts forever. I don't want anybody to stop being an artist when they're a great artist because of the way their fans feel entitled to them. Stop it. Okay? Stop it. What else y'all saying? R&B only. Yes, it's Memorial Day weekend, right? And that's my birthday. It's May 28th. Thank you for saying that. And my birthday, I know my birthday is May 26th. So this might be a little birthday present for myself for us to go out of town for this concert. I'm going to look and see how much these tickets are. And if they have VIP and I can, swing either the ride or the flights, child, we going to go. But I'm going to have to see because, child, listen, y'all know I'm going to Niecy's wedding next month. And that is already costing me a buck. Because the flights are not cheap right now. Yeah, no, Erykah was not late, y'all. Erykah was not late. And I think the only reason her set was cut short is because not only was it the time frame they were allowed to stay open in that park, but also I think it was the rain coming, which is not good for people's instruments and all of that if they don't have full coverage and it was outside. So y'all leave Doja alone. How do you call yourself a fan and disrespect the artist in that manner? Calling her names is ridiculous. I felt so bad for her too, because like as an artist, it matters to you what your fans feel, but you also have to think about yourself sometimes. Go on JetBlue and Spirit cheap flights. Child, I might do that for this. But child, when we was going back and forth from Jamaica and Atlanta and Houston and Montego Bay, because it was a whole bunch of connecting flights and stuff. Delta is the only way, my good girl. Do you hear me? I have learned. Now and let me tell y'all something else. This is a tidbit. If Bondy don't tell y'all nothing else in life, if y'all do traveling, y'all travel, please go and sign up for all of the groups so American Airlines has A Advantage, go sign up for that. Delta has a Sky Miles Club, go sign up for that shit. United has what is it, iMileage or something like that? Go sign up for that shit. If you fly frequently enough or you gonna fly more than one time, go and sign up for all of that shit. Okay? No offense, but them titties sitting right in that yellow sports bra too. I like that color on you. Well, thank you, Southern Cooking Cake. Girl, I was about to say my titties not sitting right. What? What's wrong with I was like, y'all leave me and my big flat titties alone. I'm not getting them done. After I heard that nigga titty bust, when they got their titties done, I said these titties will remain wherever they are. Listen, Delta is the best, Do you hear me? Dealing with American Airlines, dealing with United. Oh my God. I want a BBL. Oh, okay. So you want to hurt yourself. Okay. All right, girl. Let me tell you something. They don't look good in person. Some of them do. Girl, don't do that. Don't do that. Can I overstep my boundaries and tell you not to do it? Can I? Can I tell you you're gonna do it and then you're gonna think you cute for a little while, and as soon as that shit start causing issues in your body and your knees and shit, you're gonna be mad that you did it? Don't do it. Don't do it. I'm not doing I'm not cutting into my body unnecessarily. I've had way too many like health issues in my life to be out here like, I'm gonna go under the knife for some other shit. Y'all, Drea does not have a BBL. I feel like Drea does not have a BBL, y'all. Y'all think Drea got a BBL? I don't think so. Her stomach does not look like a BBL stomach. Get a flattering BBL. All right, y'all. Okay, so did y'all miss all of my, thank you, Riley. Did y'all miss K. Michelle? Did y'all miss that? Did y'all miss that? Okay, go and watch K. Michelle. Almost all of those girls got BBLs. They didn't go and get shots. They went and got BBLs. Go ahead. She said the show. What show? When did she say that? Because I don't recall. If she do, that is the best one, and y'all need to go to her doctor, her specific doctor. Thank you, Karen. But I'm gonna tell y'all, I'm sorry, y'all. After seeing everything that the girls go through with surgery, I think getting surgery just because you don't want to work out, or getting surgery just because you don't want to do some physical movement, I'm sorry, y'all. It's stupid. I'm sorry. Y'all gonna be mad at me. But the risk, just so you don't have to work out, the risk, the downtime, the possibly getting addicted to pain meds, possibly getting infections, even when you do have a good doctor. Yeah, y'all. I just kind of feel like, let me tell y'all something. Nutraverse started doing the little packs. Oh my God, the best shit ever. We had that on the trip. I feel like that's one of the main reasons why we was able to keep drinking like we was. We had ID packets and we had them fucking Nutraverse packets. JetBlue should never be in the same category as Spirit Bondy. Bondy, you will love JetBlue. They got snacks, Wi-Fi, 7-inch leg room. Really? Let me sign up for them. Thank you, Karen. You better let me know, girl. A lot of folks need to watch that K. Michelle show. Thank you, Just Nigga. I feel like y'all can go watch my reviews. I could pull up a picture right now of somebody looking a fucking mess. Okay? Because they just went and got a tummy tuck. People go and get the simplest things done because they are constantly on Instagram where people are doing that shit all over the place. And y'all think that it's a normal thing. So y'all get on Instagram, y'all see everybody doing it, and then you find somebody on Instagram and you go do it, and your ass I can't have sex with my husband because the infection is eating away at the skin on my ass. Okay, girl, let me tell you. Thank you for the super sticker, Savannah. I love y'all too much for me to sit up here and lie with y'all. Did y'all watch my Black Ink Crew Compton review? And I talked about the food truck lady that's on Black Ink Crew Compton and her BBL body. Woo! Ma'am, I know you probably felt like you ain't have no ass before, but now you got ass, but it don't match your legs, and you still got a stomach, so you look uncomfortable. You look perched. Okay, thank you, DeQuasia, for the super chat. I still watch one of the reviews to where the girl got her BBLs through a sweepstakes. That girl, I'm still not over her getting her BBL through a fucking sweepstakes. Julius, thank you for the super chat. Sorry, it's off topic. Child, we all over the place today. It don't even matter. I'm just here because I want to talk to y'all and I love y'all. Bondy, do you watch Cynthia G's videos? Yes, I do. I would love to hear your perspective on her views of the Black male collective, but I am a Black male, and she even got me feeling a way about these motherfuckers. Thank you, Julius, for the super chat. I'm gonna say that I am not I don't hate Black men. I'm not, obviously, okay? I also don't have the experience with black men that a lot of women have that is negative. For instance, I tell you all the time, my daddy was in my life. My grandfather, like both of my grandfathers, my dad, I have uncles, you know, that were in their kids' lives. My cousin, you know, my cousins, you know, are in their kids' lives for the most part, child. Some of them. I'm judging you. We're not going to talk about it because y'all don't want to hear it from me, but I'm judging you. Moving that aside, because that's personal. But I do see the negative things that they talk about, that Cynthia talks about as it pertains to black men. I see it online. I see it in the stories that I read to y'all. I see it in the things that people say under the comments. And I see it reflected in the attitudes and mindsets of some of the men around me, which is why I am constantly talking to my husband and making sure that he is not letting the niggas around him, all the shit that's online, turn his brain into fucking putty. Because that's what I think a lot of this shit does, okay? But I agree with a lot of the things that Cynthia G says. She is not wrong. One of the main things I feel like she is 100% right about is this coddling of black men. Stop it. If he's not a good black man, stop patting him on the back just because he's a black man. Stop it, Savannah girl. Stop it. If they're not deserving in an individual level of your protection, do not protect them. That's why I tell y'all, I'm not protecting nobody. They be sitting up there talking about, well, what if it was Lyric? And I tell y'all all the time, it would not be Lyric. Okay? It would not be Lyric because I did not choose a man that would make decisions like that. When I was 21 and choosing to be with Lyric, I definitely, there were things I needed Lyric to exhibit based off of the ignorant interactions I had had with men before him. I needed to make sure that Lyric wasn't a bum. Lyric had great work ethic, always worked, always had a job. Okay? I needed him to not be homophobic. He's not homophobic. I needed him to be able to handle being with a strong, smart woman that he could learn from. And that's a problem a lot of the men that I've come into contact have. Y'all think just because y'all are men that there's nothing you can learn from the women that you're in relationships with. You're made to believe that just because you have a dick, you know better in every situation. And that is not the truth. That is not the truth. So a lot of the reason why a lot of you black men don't excel the way y'all should is because y'all don't listen to the smart women that are around y'all because y'all don't want to listen to women. Y'all don't want to hear it from a woman. Y'all want to be argumentative. I don't want to hear that. You can't tell me nothing. Okay, well, continue to be in a cloud and be on the bottom. Go ahead. Don't listen to the black women that are continuing to rise and do better for themselves. Like, fine, don't listen to us. Okay, that's a huge problem that black men have, and it's because it's been instilled in their environment that they don't need to be better, they don't need to do better, they just need to be black and beautiful with a big dick. Like, that's it. That's all they need to really do. And a lot of them do rest on their laurels and they make bad decisions and they take no accountability. And then when we have conversations about accountability, they're talking about how women, black women specifically, you know, y'all are always pointing the finger at black women and blaming black women. I see that as well. That is problematic to me as well. Take some responsibility for your own fucking life. And I have people that I know in real life that I've had certain conversations with. Their lives are not the way they should be. We grew up same neighborhood, 2-parent households, but because them as a man are allowed to not have to do anything because they're a man, they can get taken care of by their family members and you know, rest on their laurels. But if you're a woman, you are pushed out into the world to fend for yourself. But if you grow up in a household and you're a young boy, you're taught that somebody should be taking care of you. So we had same type of upbringing for the most part. And what happens? I completely become independent and take care of myself at a young age. And you know, be living with your parents until you're an adult. Because you can. Because it is allowed. It was not, my people was going to make it uncomfortable for me. Not remind y'all, my daddy was a different type of nigga. So his son wasn't going to live in the house with him. But a lot of y'all do that. You know what I'm saying? So I agree with a lot of the things that Cynthia G says. However, the idea that you cannot create black male children as a black woman is baffling to me. Like I don't care what you're talking about. Like, if a black woman has a child, it's gonna be, it's a boy, that's a black male. It doesn't matter that his dad is white, Asian, whatever. He's still a black male because he was born out of a black vagina. Like, I don't subscribe. Okay. The one thing y'all changing my mind about is how people view biracial people. I still, I still have my issues with that, but I understand. Listen, we're about to get into it. I just had to answer that question. And, often those conversations are, people love those conversations. Okay. So I was going to answer it for you, boo, but thank you for the super chat. So let's go ahead and move on. Next topic. Somebody asked about B-Rocka, about Brandy. Yes, let's talk about Brandy. Y'all, Brandy's beautiful. I just love looking at her with her disgusting ass. Okay, Brandy is like one of them family members that she work on your nerves sometimes, but you love her anyway. She like that for me. So the self-proclaimed, when did she self-proclaim that? Because I feel like we was calling Brandy the vocal Bible before she called herself that. But okay. The self-proclaimed vocal Bible is reportedly being sued by her former housekeeper. According to a report, the lawsuit alleges that Brandy fired the housekeeper because she was too old and did not pay her for work she completed. Oh my God, Brandy. The woman, 60-year-old Maria Castaneda, claimed in court documents that she worked for Brandy for 2 decades, starting in 2002. She said she was let go in February after Brandy allegedly told her she did not want someone so much older working for her. The lawsuit also alleges that Brandy did not pay for her last 2 days of work and made her work without proper breaks. She claims she suffered emotional distress as a result and is suing Brandy for over $250,000. Brandy, 43, denied the allegations through a representative. We disagree and we'll have further comment after we speak to the lawyers. Now, I don't know what's going on here. Hold up. The lawsuit comes roughly 2 months after fashion designer LB Mambetov, I don't know, y'all. I feel like I'm gonna pronounce it wrong. Sued Brandy and her stylist, Ashley Shawn Thomas, over a $45,000 ring. Elle claimed she loaned the ring to Brandy to attend the American Music Awards and never got it back. The designer says she was last told that the ring was on a piano in Brandy's house in Calabasas and wants the singer to pay her back for the value of it. Brandy's representative also pushed back on those claims, saying Brandy never saw the ring and has no knowledge of it ever being in her presence. It was never a part of her look for the event. Okay, so that means that you need to be suing that stylist, but that stylist probably don't have the bag like that. Y'all got to be, y'all have to watch these stylists, because a lot of these stylists be stealing and shit and then saying that, the artist has it, but they didn't stole it and hacked it or some shit like that. Brandy, let's talk. Brandy, I understand when you say you don't want an older lady, you're not comfortable for that lady that old working for you no more. I get that, because I feel like she must feel like, damn, this lady feel like my grandma. I can't have this lady cleaning my house. You know what I'm saying? But also, that lady worked for you for 20 years. Give that lady a sizable severance package. You can afford it. Okay? And send her on her way. Why would you not pay her? Why would you not give her a severance package? Especially if you're firing her because she's getting older now. That's age discrimination, bitch. I understand what you meant and what you feel, but I also feel, if I'm right, but I definitely feel like, did they pull the pics? We can look and find out. But I don't know what the ring looked like. So, because they don't have a picture of the ring. So if they don't have a picture of the ring and Brandy had on a ring, how are we to know that that was that specific ring? You know what I mean? But either way, I don't believe that Brandy stole the ring. I just don't. I feel like it might have been a I lost it situation because Brandy has $45,000. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what's going on, but I feel like Brandy and them have money. So I feel like Brandy should have gave that lady a nice little cushy, little package and sent her on her way. Oh, age discrimination is not for private individuals. Well, it seems as if this lady is bringing it up in this lawsuit, and it's very possible that she might be in a union of some sort. You don't know. You know what I'm saying? Not must have been a full moon. There are pics of the ring on the internet. Okay, so there are pics of it on the internet. So y'all want me to go look for the ring? Y'all care that much? Let me see. Brandy stole ring. Okay, because the ring didn't mean a thing to me. Okay, let's see. Let's go to TMZ. How about that? TMZ. Okay. Now I see the ring. All right, the ring is giving cute. It's giving cute. And now we're looking at Brandy at the American Music Awards. Hold up. I'm going to share my screen with you guys so you can see this because I can't see because I'm blind. But I feel like if you guys look at it, you can tell me in the comments. But I can't always be listening to y'all because y'all be in the comments lying sometimes. So hold up. Okay, TMZ. Okay, so this is what the ring looks like. Y'all see the ring? The ring didn't mean a thing to me. Okay, y'all see it? Is this the ring? Okay, and then we're sliding down to her at the American Music Awards. Do you feel like you see that ring on her finger? Cause I don't. Ah, damn. I'm trying. I was trying to zoom in on it, but my little thing is not working. Let me see. Where's the zoom window? Zoom. Zoom. It's not gonna zoom, child. It's not gonna do it for me. It won't play. It wants to play me like a soybean burger, bitch. There we go. Yeah, no, I don't see that ring on her face. I can't see on this hand, but it don't look like the ring finger. It don't look like the one on this one. That don't look like it, girl. It don't even look like she have a ring that size on this hand, but we need another angle, girl, for us to really know. So let's go back. Let's see, their Daily Mail. Let's see if the Daily Mail has another picture of her at the AMAs. They do. Come on. And I don't see that ring. Hold up, y'all. Let's, okay. Do y'all see it? That's not the ring to me. That don't look like it, y'all. That don't look like it, y'all. Nope, she's not wearing that ring. She's not wearing the ring. Okay, so it definitely could be a situation where either L is lying, the stylist is lying, or something is amiss. But Brandy didn't even wear the ring. Okay. But yeah, Brandy, don't be firing them old ladies without giving them a nice severance package and pay that lady on her last 2 days. You got it. Pay the lady. All right, y'all, let's move on. I'm going to be here for a little while today, okay? And then hopefully I'll split these up later. I've been meaning to go back and split stuff up for y'all, but once so much time goes by, I'm like, they don't care about these stories no more. Even though I want to split them up anyway. But I might come through and split these up later on. Tomorrow or something, just so I can make the extra money at the end of the month, girl. Because I like when Jamie does it. I was doing it at first and I, kind of fell off from it, but Jamie's been doing it and that's been easier sometimes when she separates her stuff too. So that's why I was like, I might just go back to separating. All right. Court documents obtained by the blast state that the mother of the 13-year-old Tanisha Foster, okay, that is your boy Nipsey Hussle's daughter, is seeking to reverse the current custody agreement. The late Los Angeles rapper's family members, including his brother Sam, have fulfilled guardianship of the young girl. According to the papers, Foster claims that the family's preference for Lauren London over her has exacerbated the matter. The family members have frequently demonstrated their disdain for Amani's mother in favor of Lauren London, who is the mother of the other 2 minors. And such attitude may impact the ability for the family to carry out their fiduciary duties as guardian of the minor's estate. Foster is also requesting to have a neutral, experienced financial planner step in to handle Amani's inheritance. In the legal documents, the child's mother claimed that she and Nipsey were in a loving relationship at the time of his death. While he was alive, the pair had joint custody of their daughter. The double-up rhymer financially supported Foster and Amani. When Nipsey was murdered in 2019, Foster willingly handed over guardianship to Nipsey's family members. I don't know why she did that. Tanisha's motivation for doing so was in recognition of her own financial limitations. Her desire to maintain the standard of living and family contact the minor had experienced with the paternal family prior to her father's death, and upon the verbal assurances that each of them would act in the best interest of Amani. Things supposedly went south shortly after the agreement with Nipsey's family, using their financial position and influence to disregard their priorities by controlling the desires of Amani and Tanisha by withholding financial assistance and reducing visitation. Well, I'm going to tell you that I honestly feel like, why do you feel like you should have ever given up custody to your daughter just so that she could maintain a lifestyle? And now you don't even have access to your child. And I also am wondering, what the fuck were you doing with your life while Nipsey was forming this relationship with Lauren London? Because as soon as that man decided he wanted to marry and be with another woman, then you should have been financially trying to figure out how you were going to support yourself so that you wouldn't have to give your daughter over to your dead ex-old man's family just so that she could maintain a certain lifestyle. Is it just me? Is it just me? Hold up. What y'all saying? She could have let them be in a child's life without giving them custody. Sounds like she did it for the money. We have all worked for bad employers, haven't we, though? She's obsessed with Lauren. Child. So it's the what? I don't know what that says. Hold on, let me come back down. I'm glad you're here a little longer today because I haven't caught a live in a minute. Oh, thank you. She's saying that they were dealing with each other while he was with Lauren. I know. I heard that loving relationship. Who said something about drugs? It's given I ain't want my child. I'm just saying, I wouldn't dare. I'm sorry. I know it may sound fucked up, but me and my child gonna scratch and survive good time before I hand my child over to somebody else. Because at the end of the day, I don't know if you're gonna love and protect my child the way I would. Money aside, I don't know if you're gonna love and protect my child the way I would as their mother. So no, I don't even understand why you would do that from the very beginning. So to me, I feel like you put yourself in this situation. She didn't really have her. That's all I'm saying. All mamas ain't fit. Okay, she full of it. Amani was with Nipsey the majority of the time. She couldn't take care of the baby. It sounds like there's more to why she doesn't have her child. She wasn't in that child life. She wasn't in that child life like a mother should be. Okay, seems like she did it so she wouldn't have to parent a grieving child. Money too, but I'm sure that was it. That's another selfish thing. That's selfish. She doesn't have any other kids, but she's only pressed to get this one back. It's about money. She doesn't have any other kids. Or she does. She was an unfit parent. That's why he had the child. What's this? They were in a loving relationship with him until his death. Yeah, y'all know what that means. That means that he could still slide through when he wanted to. I would not have given my child up. I understand wanting her to live the same lifestyle and be around his family after losing her dad, but no way I would. That's what I'm saying. I don't even know how you could do that. I remember when this first came about when Nipsey, I think I recall her not having physical custody either, and the family paid for her to go away. And here she is again popping up. Don't she have other kids she don't have custody of? Okay. And this kid is a meal ticket. Okay. She's been a dead. Okay, so she's a deadbeat. Okay, I'm confused. A lifestyle is better than being a parent. Girl, that's the same thing I said. Father is dead. If the biological matter is fit, mother is fit, right? But she signed the baby over. She signed the baby over. She agreed to that. They didn't take that baby from her. So the BM became the side twice. No, ma'am. And maybe he was more fit because there are dead. Yeah. Look, girl, we all know there are some deadbeat mamas out there. We all know there are some women that should not have children, but the Lord still gave them the ability. So she doesn't have custody of any of her kids and she has other kids. Okay, girl, get out of here. Talking about favoritism. Don't be trying to gaslight us, bitch. That's what she's trying to do. She's trying to like light-skinned girl, Lauren London, she's trying to gaslight us, dog with girl. We're not. You're a deadbeat mom trying to use your kid for a check. Girl, bye. And we're moving on. Apple Watts. Y'all, I'm gonna read about, allegedly Apple Watts was in Vegas when she got into a crash. We can't confirm the reports. Fans and followers are all over social media showing support and sending her love. They said that I think her sister said that she's in critical condition after this accident. I think they said it was an 18-wheeler at first. I'm not exactly sure. I haven't seen any updates on Apple, but I said it earlier in my live that I did on the website that I feel so bad for Apple, but I feel like this is going to go one or two ways, because I don't know how Apple is currently in life, but I have heard in the past that Apple was, bad on drugs, right? So it's either one or two things. Either you're going to live and this is going to help you realize you need to get your ass off drugs, or the drug use is going to make it harder for you to recover, if that's at all possible. So I am wondering, what's going to happen, and if she is really okay. I just hope she recovers and gets her life together. I've always liked Apple. I've always felt like Apple was talented and genuine and a great personality, and just would get in her own way, because some people, I think, and this is what I've been like noticing about some people, especially after watching like Love After Lockup, some people have no confidence in themselves at all. And I think that's why people always trying to big them up. They think they have confidence, but they really don't, because they feel like they don't have any other choices. They feel like there's nothing else I can do. I can only do this piss poor, fucked up shit that I'm doing in order to make my life feel good. You know what I'm saying? And I think Apple is one of those people that allows the depression to sink so low on her that she can't get out. And that makes me sad for her, because I feel like I understand what that feels like, but you cannot let that shit, you can't let that shit drown you, because it really is all in your head. It really is all in your head. And yeah, life can be difficult. Life can be hard, but a lot of times it's the way you think about it. They got people under the bridge right now with nowhere to live that have built a fucking mansion with some tents, living their best life. Okay. When I went to California, my sister and all of them people up and down the ocean, Pacific Coast Highway and all of that, them people pay millions of dollars, thousands of dollars a month in rent. And I'm talking about between $6,000 to $10,000 a month in rent. And they still got people that's on that fucking beach in tents. Now, the people who pay don't want to see all dirty ass tents obstructing their view to the ocean. But at the same time, right now, it's a law that they can do that. So ultimately, you could think in your head all the time, if I don't do this, then we're gonna be on the street. And apparently being on the street sometimes ain't the worst shit, depending on which street you on. It's all in how you think about it. You cannot let life get you down to the point where you just keep beating up on yourself. And I think like the hard drug use is people beating up on themselves because they feel like they can't get their head above the heaviness of their lives. So I'm praying for Miss Apple Watts that she does better. So y'all want to talk about the reason that I absolutely be, going along with some of the things that people like Cynthia G say? Let's start here. We got two stories to go through for this. But this one right here, this is rapper 42. I don't know him. Okay. He looks like his dog. Okay. I don't know 42 Doug. I don't know him. But when I saw this story, I was like, see, this is one of the things that solidifies some of the things that Cynthia G and them be talking about. Now, I never feel like anything that they say about black men is exclusive to black men. It's not. But stereotypically, and as a whole, we can say that, black men are not masters of the universe the way they could be. And I feel like it's not always because someone is blocking them. Sometimes it's because they feel like they can't anyway. So to me, what racism and slavery has done heavily for black men is created a cage in their minds, and for black women, but it creates a cage in your mind. Okay. And I don't know how I got there, but that's how I be feeling. You know what I'm saying? Like it creates this cage that you can only be this, that you can only do this. And so you never try above that. Cynthia G is another YouTuber. She does a lot of videos like Tonya TKO and them about how problematic black men can be. But I just feel like men period can be problematic, but black men specifically, because of racism, because of this system, have gotten themselves in like this one of those little rat things. You know what I'm saying? Going around in circles. You got to break out of that mindset at some point. You know what I'm saying? But this is one of those stories that like you can't help but to pay attention to, because it's the shit that Cynthia G is talking about. It's the shit that Tonya TKO and Erica De Niro and a lot of the girls that are talking about how toxic black men are, they're talking about these people. So this story, and then I'm gonna read y'all another story and another story after that. They all coincide with this same thing, with the way black men act like they ain't got no fucking sense. And then when we say something about it, we wrong. Okay. Detroit rapper 42 Doug is being accused of beating an OnlyFans content creator and holding another woman hostage. A woman whose Instagram handle is Young Polka posted a series of screenshots that prove the alleged incident. She named Serenity Sky, a verified OnlyFans poster, as the other party involved. Okay. Photos included text messages that mentioned $50K in hush money, a bloodied and bruised woman, the entrance of a hotel, and a police report for battery. According to the picture, the event was reported to law enforcement on March 22nd. She tagged several popular outlets, calling on them to highlight the matter. Glock Topics posted the Instagram story, which read, what niggas did to me at Serenity Sky is not worth any money. Shit is not a joke. She continued, this is what y'all favorite celebrities do behind closed doors. Okay, so let me hold up. Let me share my screen so y'all can see. Hallelujah. I don't know why that's what came to my mind. Okay. Hallelujah. Okay, so here's the text. She said, what niggas did to me. She shows the pictures. Okay. Oh, Maria. Triumph on this seraphim, sweet seraphim. Okay, so she got bruises, broke nails. Look at her fingers. Her face got some scratches and some blood on it. Look like she got some blood on her dress. This is what your favorite celebrities do on closed doors. Okay, she added the shade room. This is where it happened. Like, grown man beat on my friend Serenity Sky and literally didn't let us leave. And the hotel didn't do anything. 42 Doug beat on my friend and held me hostage along with his crew. Okay, and here is the Miami Beach police report. Okay, child, Miami got a lot going on. This is where it happened. Okay, so this is what she's saying, and she's posting things. And 42 Doug is this little, this little bitty nigga in the back of this video, I guess. I mean, we're gonna say he didn't do it or something. We're gonna say it's not true. I don't know him, but it was that story. So whoever the fuck 42 Doug is, he out here beating on the OnlyFans girls, okay? Probably because he pulled it out and she laughed or something. Because, whenever you niggas get laughed at, y'all feel like y'all can then beat people up. And they be like, but his feelings were hurt. And I'm like, fuck his feelings. Nobody give a fuck about his feelings. Nigga, this world ain't about your feelings. Life ain't fair. And that don't mean you get to put your hands on somebody. Oh, puss ass, fuck ass. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all know how I be. I don't be liking people. Anyway, I thought there was another super chat, but it's not. Okay, yeah, held them hostage, wouldn't let them leave. But the girl filed a police report. Okay, so that's 42 Doug. That was the first story that I was like, okay, we're kidnapping and beating on women. Thank you for that. And I bet you it's gonna do nothing to his career. You're still gonna see his little, weird looking ass soon enough. Okay, now let's move on to Sarunas. Okay, Sarunas. Listen, you guys, I wonder if people are gonna listen now that a man has come out and said that Trey songs ain't shit. I wonder. Former Insecure star Sarunas Jackson has some tough words for R&B singer Trey Songz. Okay, he said, I wanted those hands, but you want to beat on women. That's what he said. He said, I wanted you to catch these hands. I'm going to play that interview for you guys. It's not on this post, but I saved it on my Instagram because I posted it on my stories. And people were sending it to me. I was like, girl, I already saw it. I posted it in my stories. I already know what it's hitting for. I told y'all gonna stop thinking that men who beat women and men who grape juice women are different. Y'all gonna stop thinking that. Y'all gonna realize one day that all of these men are controlling and abusing women. They're the same. And then the ones that come out and defend each other, they're also the same.
We doing crazy violent like a...
Hold up, y'all. Let me share. Therapy.
And like some of them be doing crazy violent, like I said, have some run-ins. And they do that thing where they were trying to sell this tough guy scene, like this one, Trey Songz.
I'm gonna say his name. Fuck that nigga.
Trying to press women. You know what I'm saying?
He didn't want to say female. He called himself.
When it came up to him for the fade, turn it down. I'm not cool with like that. I'll try to knock out, keep running, but like it
he wants to fight women and stuff like that. And to me, I can't operate like that because you get so many of those, and especially once they there, and it's like unfortunate because like
did he allegedly?
I'm a fan of this. I'm not one to like
other men
downplay it.
You know what I'm saying?
That are around these men?
I can separate the man from
What
the
did he
artist
just say?
sometimes. Sometimes it starts getting a little too muddy for me. I'm like,
If I do that,
I'm like, it's unfortunate when you like, bro, I really did it for years. You know what I'm saying? Talented.
Not a hater.
And like some of them be doing crazy. But like I said, have some run-ins, and they do that thing where they were trying to sell this tough guy scene, like this one Trey songs. Try to press women. You know what I'm saying? But then we'll turn down the fade when it came up to him for the fade. Turn it down. I'm not cool with it like that. I'll try to knock out, keep running, but like he wants to fight women and stuff like that. And to me, I can't operate like that because you get so many of those, and especially once they there, and it's like unfortunate because like I'm a fan of this. I'm not.
Right. So what he's saying is, okay, and this is what I'm getting from what he said, is that you get so many of them niggas. What that means is you get your Chris Browns, your Trey Songz, your Boosies, your Soulja Boys, and everybody that co-signs the Tory Lanez of the world. We're gonna talk about him in a minute. Like all of those men start to co-sign and protect each other. So you got somebody that's putting their hands on women, and a real man is like, nigga, I'll fuck you up. And then everybody around is like, no, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't protect the black women. Be like Tory Lanez said and protect the black men. That's what Tory Lanez said. Tory Lanez is launched Protect Black Men petition to help prevent black male artists specifically, from cancel culture, because apparently you still being allowed to make music and work in this industry and be on social media having more fans after shooting a woman in the foot allegedly is not enough. The baby being invited back to Rolling Loud right after the gay people attacked his ass for what he said on stage at the last Rolling Loud. What are you doing a petition to stop people from holding motherfuckers accountable for when they're not really being held accountable in the first fucking place? What are you talking about, Tory Lanez? What are you talking about, Tory Lanez? Someone please call 911. This is what he said. And we have 2 more stories and I'm gonna get out of here. Okay? This is what he said. The details of the petition. We are watching the industry and fake cancel culture remove all of our legendary black men. Who's been removed? The Cosby Show is still on. Who's been removed? Who's been removed? I literally saw what is it? Original Gangsters. Original Gangsters was on my cable a few weeks back. Jim Brown is still being, after we found out Jim Brown likes to torture women and beat them, you know, and grape juice them. Like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Don Cornelius killed himself. So please tell me what legendary black men, black celebrities, and black moguls are being removed from festivals. Who? From our culture, from our lives. And it starts with us. We must make a change so we can keep our black men thriving. How about you niggas not beat people up, not offend large groups of people by speaking about HIV and AIDS on stage like a fucking ignorant asshole? How about you not shoot Meg Thee Stallion in the foot? Like, what? And are you talking about Dave Chappelle? Because Dave Chappelle is doing fine, Tory. He doesn't need your petition. We stood for equal rights of black men 2 years ago. Did you? Did you? Or was it black women that stood for the equal rights when the George Floyd situation happened? We changed from then to now in regards of protection of black men, right? Because we need to protect black men, right? That's who needs the protecting. I just read y'all a story about a nigga that kidnapped and beat the shit out of a woman, but right, let's protect black men, right? See, to me, this is where Cynthia G is right. You're a man. Why do you need my protection? I am a woman. What do you need me to protect you for? If you are a man And y'all are supposed to be protectors. Why do we need to protect y'all? Why can't you figure out a way how to protect yourself? And I feel like Diddy and everybody else watch Hugh Hefner's blueprint and they know exactly how to protect each other. And this is what y'all are doing. Y'all protect the other predators in your community and try to make it so that they don't get held accountable, so that you don't have to be held accountable for anything that you do. He said, in regards of the protection of Black men, a man is not his craft, and the craft should never be judged by the man. Boy, what? Your craft is going to always be judged. Shut the fuck up. Literally have like and dislike buttons, and you talking about don't judge. Shut up. Don't let them use our personal life situations to make fake stories. So is it a personal life situation or is it a fake story? You're contradicting yourself. You're contradicting yourself right here. Just as you did at the beginning when you called it fake cancel culture and then also said it removes legendary Black men. If it's fake, then how are you really being removed? Contradictory. Don't let them use our personal life situations to make fake stories that have been misconstrued to hinder and taint our legacies. Really? Stand for us. We are the backbone of the culture. I'm sorry, Black men. You are not the backbone of any culture. What are you talking about? You are not. I'm sorry, Black men. Y'all are a lot of things, but y'all are not the backbone, nigga. You are not the backbone. Y'all have always referred to yourselves as the head. Women have been the backbone. Let's not even, like, where did you even hear that from? You don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. If we lose this fight, we lose the head of the same culture that we. Are you the head or the backbone? Nigga, I'm confused. Do y'all see what I'm saying? Nigga don't even know what he's talking about. That we have known and loved and owned for the last 2,000 years. Child, y'all own something? What you own, Tory? The Black man needs to be protected. The first step is protecting our culture. Help us. Whoo! It only garnered 794 signatures, less than 1,000. Okay, that should let y'all know something. Okay. That came in a wake of a petition to remove Kanye West from Coachella. And that got 35,000 signatures. Everybody's tired of Kanye. I'm glad Kanye got removed from Coachella. Boy, fuck you. And Tory Lanez, nobody needs to protect you. Don't you have a gun to shoot a woman in the foot with? Who needs to protect you? What do you need protection for? Where's your security? Don't you have a security guard? What are we protecting you? Who do you need protection? Like, what? Who are you talking to? Who are you talking to? Who do you want to protect you? Who? Thank you, Makai, for the super chat. Black women don't have the protection that Black men have to be problematic and successful. One wrong move and you're done. Y'all can't forgive Monique because her nigga problematic. Shonda, thank you for the super chat. Why would you give your daughters to them? Shaking my damn head. Child. The girl is real. Thank you for the super chat. I personally love when you cuss out the... I love y'all. Thank you. I appreciate you. Just Nicole, thank you. Black women been a whole skeleton from the neck. Okay. Nigga been all of the bones. Nigga, all of the bones. All of them. Okay. I don't know what he's talking about. Just a whole bunch of bullshit in that statement. All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and move on to the last two things. Let's talk about Jay-Z. Jay-Z slammed for plans to host Oscars after party at boycotted Chateau Marmont. All right. Y'all always mad at Jigga. What's going on? Okay, so Jay-Z's after party for the Oscars hasn't even happened yet, and drama has already started. Reports claim that the rapper Sean Carter has booked the infamous Chateau Marmont to host a party for Hollywood superstars on March 29th following the year's Oscars. As fun as the event is expected to be, the people lucky enough to receive an invitation will have to cross a picket line if they plan on getting inside. Okay. Ciao. The well-known Los Angeles-based hotel that Jay-Z plans on having his party at has been the subject of an ongoing boycott since 2020. According to reports, over 200 of the establishment's employees were fired at the beginning of the pandemic, allegedly without insurance or severance. In addition to that, employees have also called the hotel out for racial discrimination, harassment, and overall toxic work environment. However, Chateau Marmont has denied these claims. Child, Jay-Z and Beyonce be around here being rich people that go to places that they like, and then y'all remind them that these places don't treat regular black people well, and then they got to come back and do, and do something like, put some money into, a scholarship fund or some shit like that. They got to give y'all some money so y'all can leave them alone. Unite Here Local 11 Union, which is an organization that supports hotel workers, is leading the protest against Jay-Z's after party. The union is planning a picket line the same night as the rapper's event, and that will feature signs and giant balloons to garner attention. Honestly, it might work opposite of what y'all think. So if Jay-Z decided to be in this place, it might bring more attention to what's going on with the workers, because people probably, like regular people like me, don't know what's going on at Chateau Marmont. But now that Jay-Z is having this event there, everybody is now paying attention to what those workers need. So it's one of those situations where you may feel like Jay-Z is shitting on what these people are going through by still working with this business, which I see and understand and can agree with. But also, if you look at it, we're now paying more closely attention, and they'll have even more cameras on them tonight. Well, not tonight, but they'll have more cameras on them when the event goes down and there's all that press outside of the party. So yeah. For Jay-Z to choose Chateau Marmont for their gold party is shockingly insensitive. They must move their event and choose an after-party hotspot that treats its workers, especially Black women, with dignity and respect. Jay-Z has a responsibility to do better. And he does. Okay, we hope Jay-Z joins Gabrielle Union, Spike Lee, Issa Rae, Robin Thede, Quinta Brunson, Ta-Nehisi I always fuck up their name, okay? Ta-Nehisi Coates, the writer, okay? I know who that person is. I just always fuck up the name. Roxanne Gay, Ashley Nicole Black, and Samara Wiley, and boycotting Chateau Marmont. Get your words right, bitch. So it's now, a hashtag Jay-Z move your party. So we'll see how this all works out. We'll see how it all works out. Jay-Z, is this gonna be like what happened with Tiffany? If it's like that, Hey Jamila, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate you. Jay Jersey, thank you for the super chat. The culture they are running to give to Becky. Right. Child, ain't nobody got time for that. Y'all say Jay-Z sold out years ago. I think to get to a certain level, Ta-Nehisi. Thank you, Ta-Nehisi. Thank you. Ta-Nehisi Coates. Yeah, Jay-Z sold out years ago. To be fair, there are many pickets in the wealthier areas. That's another thing I honestly didn't know about until Jay-Z. That's what I'm saying. So I feel like you just never know how these things can work out. Everywhere is racist or has a history of racism. So Black people, rich and poor, would need to boycott and pull their business from everything. It's never ending. And that's another thing I can agree with. When you have that mindset that you want to boycott every corporation that has disrespected Black people, it's going to be like, well, what you going to have in your house? Who gonna be at the house, girl? What's gonna be at the house? Are you gonna have the water and the electric? Because sometimes the people that own that shit be fucked up too. I honestly feel like people can say that Jay-Z sold out, but I feel like the real representation of Jay-Z's wealth is in his family life. If you pay attention, a lot of these other niggas who y'all may feel like didn't sell out, I just wonder what their lives look like. Who didn't sell out? Tell me. And I'm just asking. But I don't see him in that way, because I feel like he does things that still is trying to push Black people forward, and in a whole bunch of different ways, even the escalation of his music and what he talks about. I feel like it is an escalation it's him trying to escalate the culture in the way that he can. That's why I don't view him in that way. And I will always view Jay-Z as someone that hasn't sold out completely, because his wife is a successful Black woman. You can't really be the type of bitch ass nigga that some of these niggas are and be with a successful Black woman like Beyonce. So because like as a woman, I understand certain, you know what I mean? Them H&M, Gucci. Child, I still be going to H&M sometimes. Now a girl does prefer Zara now, but and Gucci, I don't like Gucci, but Gucci's beautiful. Master P didn't sell out. So, okay, here's the thing. That's what you're saying, that he didn't sell out. So, okay, you didn't sell out, but how did you treat the Black artists that you signed? Because from what I understand, P didn't pay nobody. Okay, I'm going to just go ahead and say that. Cube didn't sell out. Do we remember Cube's little talk? P people might have thought he was doing something with that, but I didn't. Everybody was like, see, I'm like, Cube meeting with Joe Biden to give him his little pamphlet would have only been like, oh, okay, great, and then thrown to the side. Everybody think because they was meeting with Trump that meant that Trump was listening to them. No, Trump likes to meet with celebrities, period, because he's obsessed with celebrities. Like, Master P got a white bitch now. I'm about to say, Master P got y'all food. I don't know. Look, the chips are amazing, okay? When I tell y'all I go up for them fucking hood snacks, but ultimately Master P has always come off like he don't care about nobody. See, people be like super or I'm pro-black. And it's like, but how did you treat the black people you were in business with? Because it seemed like you dogged them the fuck out. What you say? The cast of rich and famous African wear Gucci, so people like luxury items no matter the race. Yeah. I mean, I don't know why this statement was made, because I don't know who said that black people don't like Gucci. That's what we literally are saying, is that black people love Gucci even though it's extremely problematic. I can't fuck with them. You can definitely be a sellout with a black wife. Can you? All right, well, tell me who's a sellout with a black wife. And I also feel like y'all thinking that people are sellouts. I sometimes wonder, what does that really mean? And what would you do if you were in that situation? Because people talk all of that sellout shit, and it's because they've never been put in situations to trade whatever they feel like they're trading for the access. But I just want to know, who's married to a black woman and hasn't sold out for y'all? I'm just curious. I mean, or who has? Who's married to a black woman and has sold out for real, for real? Right, because T.I. is pro-black and problematic. Because they use pro-blackness so that they can abuse women. He didn't even pay his own damn family. Like, ooh. And that's what I'm saying. Like, you have got to pay attention to the way people move in their lives. Not just how they showcase themselves as pro-black and I'm not a sellout and all of that shit. Ben Carson wasn't married to a black woman. Kevin Hart not married to a black woman. Yeah, I thought, no, Ben Carson's wife is black, but she that weird looking church lady bitch. Oh, she's a beard of some sort. She's a beard of some sort. That doesn't count. That doesn't count. When you know, first of all, Ben Carson is just weird as fuck. And I remember his wife, now that I'm thinking about it. Weird as fuck. But Ben Carson is just weird in general, y'all. You can't even count him. Like, I feel like I'm talking about people that actually like their wives. People that actually like their wives. Let me be clearer with y'all. No, I remember now that y'all saying it. But who the fuck brings up Ben Carson? Cube never sold out. I need to know what sold out means to y'all, because I feel like whatever y'all definition of sold out is, you don't know if Cube sold out or not. You don't know. Scully Talk on Life, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate Jay-Z's growth and elevation in his music career and philanthropy. Thank you. So do I. Who is George Lucas? That name sound familiar. Remind me. Kevin Hart used to be. Y'all, getting on and leaving your ass for a white girl, men, do not count, okay? Or so to speak, those men don't count. I don't know why y'all bringing them up. 2 Chainz and Gucci. They not sellouts though, are they? I definitely don't feel like 2 Chainz and Gucci Mane are no sellouts. They both with black women. I mean, he's the only one I could think of that had a black wife. So you can only think of one person, Ben Carson. George Lucas, Star Wars. Isn't he white? Is George Lucas white or black? I don't know if I've ever seen George Lucas. I thought George Lucas was white. I don't know. Y'all naming people I don't know now. At least I don't know their personal life like that. The difference between being married to a black woman based on or a sister. This is true as well. And when you look at Ben Carson's wife, she don't look like one of the sisters. But let's be clear. Ben Carson has been extremely successful in his life. He's white. That's what I thought George Lucas was white, but we're not talking about white men. Like, why are we talking about white men? Y'all so stupid. All right, I'm done with this conversation. Malcolm X didn't play about men abusing women. That's why he fell out of the nation, amongst other things, because things didn't make sense. And like once you realize that shit don't make sense, you can't really go along with it like that no more. Okay, and I feel like you start to notice a lot of things in the nation that just it sounds good, but really, if you ask me, it's just a place for men to be validated in their abuse of women, whether it's for you to have sex with as many women as you'd like, have as many wives, you know, interchange your women and have them be submissive, and then you feel bolstered by, you know, like, I'm sorry, but a lot of that is for men to feed their egos, and they call it a religion, and you know, y'all be like, you know, hallelujah, and it's like, okay, yeah, fine. Do that, but I don't feel like it serves me in any way. Why are you just saying who George Lucas? Right, I don't know why anybody was naming George Lucas. Too funny. Was it Ben Carson or Herman Cain? Were we confused? Oh, sorry, y'all. I felt like we was confusing them. Oh my God. Anyway, y'all, I still feel like my viewpoint on this is that no man, no black man that marries a very successful, strong, and that's why I say it's successful. I didn't just say black woman. I said a successful black woman. Because it's easy to be with a pick-me that, you know, feels like it's her job to serve you. It's a whole nother thing to be with a woman that you have to let go of so she can be great at the same damn time. The mentality and overall emotional intelligence and growth that it would take for Jay-Z to stay in a relationship with Beyonce, where she is, I feel like it's something to be said. But yet again, I need a definition of what y'all find selling out, because I feel like when rappers are making music that's detrimental to our community, that's in some way selling out. You have no idea that you are rapping music that other people want you to rap so you can continue to enforce negative stereotypes in our communities. You may think you're just telling your real shit, but the truth of the matter is, are you not selling out the community when you're telling the community to do drugs and kill people? And then that ends up continuing to happen, and that's not better for the people at all. It actually harms the people. And you put in, you know, music that disrespects our women, and now we have a culture of all of you niggas being mad and hating and blaming black women after us listening to music for years, telling us that hoes ain't shit and bitches ain't shit and fuck women and all of that type of shit. How is that not selling out the community? Let me know what you think selling out the community really is. Because I feel like we may have different definitions of what selling out is, especially when you think about the way, what are we selling out exactly? Because when have y'all been down for us in a way that has protected us as a whole? Talk to me. Let's see. Selling out means getting put on and then leaving the black chick who was there in the beginning for a reason. To me, that's what selling out is more similar to. I think selling out is something for $2 million that wouldn't do for 20. What? I don't know what that means. Well, that's a lot. I mean, I'm just saying what it is. All right, last story, y'all. Last story is about this young woman. It's not a celebrity story, but it's about this young woman. And I'm about to get off here because I've been on here for 2 hours, y'all. But I've appreciated our time together. Okay. This young woman here.
Charges have been filed in the deadly crash that killed 3 people, including 2 Pennsylvania state troopers. I'm Shayna Humphreys.
And I'm Jason Martinez. Today, we're learning more about the woman allegedly behind the wheel and suspected of drunk driving. Jeff Cole joins us live now. And Jeff, you were there as she was brought out by police in handcuffs.
Sorry, I got to pee.
I certainly was. Her name is Jayana Tanae Webb. She's 21 years old. She was walked out in handcuffs, her face shrouded by a gray hoodie, said nothing as reporters swarmed her, got into an SUV by the state police, and driven off. Wearing the handcuffs of the 2 Pennsylvania state troopers she's alleged to have run down and killed, Jayana Tanae Webb of Eagleville is walked out of Troop K in Philadelphia to a state police SUV. Did you drink that night? The 21-year-old is charged with multiple felony counts of murder in the 3rd degree, homicide by motor vehicle while under the influence, and manslaughter in the alleged killing of state troopers Martin Mack, Brandon Siska, and a pedestrian at 1 a.m. Monday on I-95 South near the stadiums. State police say Trooper Mack, 33 years old, and 29-year-old Trooper Siska were called to 95 for a report of a man walking in the left lane southbound as they were trying to get 28-year-old Reyes Rivera Oliveras of Allentown to the safety of their vehicle. Webb is alleged to have struck them.
A vehicle traveling at a high rate of speed in the left lane.
Pull a strap all the way down.
In between the Jersey barrier and the left lane itself. Traveled at a high rate of speed and struck all 3 individuals.
See those troopers? The force of the strike sent all 3 men into the northbound lane where they died.
Oh, Lord.
State police, staff down I-95 at Broad Street. Impossible auto accident, getting a non-response from the officers.
Troopers arriving on the scene found witnesses trying to revive the victims, and the doors sheared off the police SUV. Webb remained on the scene in her smashed vehicle. How much had you had to drink that night? Citing 2 sources, Fox 29 has reported Webb was pulled over for suspected DUI before the crash some 2 miles away, but the troopers left her when dispatched to the man walking on the highway. Sources tell Fox 29 Webb's blood alcohol level was twice the legal limit. Webb looks distraught as cameras and reporters swarmed her as she walked past flowers placed at the barracks in memory of the fallen troopers.
Man, what were you doing on the highway that night? Now, if convicted, Webb could spend nearly a lifetime in jail for the horrific crash on 95 early Monday morning that kills 3, including 2 state troopers assigned to Troop K, the barracks behind me in Philadelphia. I'm Jeff Cole in Philadelphia. Folks, back to you.
All right, Jeff, thank you very much.
All right. So hold up. Can I exit? It's not letting me exit the full screen for some reason. Jesus Christ. Okay. All right. So first of all, the thing that caught me about this story was this girl's before the crash. She is seen tweeting on January 15th. If you ask me of this year, if you ask me, I'm the best drunk driver ever. So she got pulled over by those 2 cops. They let her go so that they can go and help somebody else. And then she ends up speeding off, meeting them where they were, and killing them. Now, y'all, I'm going to tell y'all right now, I am not a fan of the way y'all go extra hard on people when something happens to a police officer. I can't stand that shit. I don't like it. You are not above the law. You are not different. You are not fucking special. If she killed a regular person, it should still be the same, but it's not. And I don't like that shit. I don't like that at all. As soon as somebody do something to a cop, y'all act like, now we're going to do everything that we can. Now, if it's a regular person, then y'all are entitled to not give a fuck about the regular person. So I don't like that shit, first of all. I also feel bad for her in essence because I don't think she knew. But remember when I told y'all that Darrell Relly B was an alcoholic and y'all was like, oh, they're just young and having fun. Maybe they just had a rough life. Why do we have to call people alcoholics? Because it's the truth of the matter and y'all lie to yourselves about y'all issues so that y'all don't have to take accountability. Like this young woman who just killed 2 people and is probably going to go to jail for a huge portion, 3 people, I'm sorry, because she thought it was cute to be a drunk driver. She thought it was cute to the point that she tweeted about it. Do y'all know how I would never get my ass online and say that I'm drunk driving? And you really did that shit, which means you don't care. You thought you were going to get away with it. And like a lot of y'all, you think that you being a fucking alcoholic is not you being an alcoholic. It's just you having fun and being young. Child, the bottle don't have an age on it. There have been many 20-something-year-olds that have died from being an alcoholic. Whether it's because it got them in an accident from drunk driving, hurt them or somebody else, or they've harmed themselves from being fucked up, then laid on their back, fell asleep, and choked on their own vomit. All kind of shit. All kind of shit happens to people when they think it's cute to drink like that and then to get behind the wheel. It's fucked up. And as much as I feel bad for that lady, I really don't, because I feel like you thought that shit was cute. You thought it was okay. Just like when I told y'all that Relly B had a problem and y'all sat up there and argued me down and wanted to find all the excuses and semantics in the world to explain it away so that you wouldn't have to admit that it is what it is. It's the same situation with this girl. Somebody told her, bitch, you an alcoholic and you need to stop. And she was like, what? I'm just young, having fun. I can do what I wanted to. I'm a good drunk driver. And now look at you, didn't kill 3 fucking people. You didn't kill 3 people after they let you go on a ticket. Whoo, man, I don't even want to get behind the wheel if I have just one my card lemon. Bruh, no critical thinking. No critical thinking, wanting clout, no understanding of responsibility. Like, makes no sense. Makes no sense. Yeah, she was alcoholic. You could, the girl, I mean, I know she been crying, but you could tell she was only 21. She was only 21. She must start drinking young, like a lot of people do, because a lot of y'all think it's okay to give y'all fucking kids alcohol and shit. And don't get me wrong, I understand the concept of don't demonize things so that your kids will feel like, oh, I want to try it. But some of y'all like drink with y'all kids, and I don't think that's cool. Right. She said that I was doing, I got pulled over, and he said I was doing 110 and a 50. She thought that shit was funny. She was like repeatedly on social media laughing and giggling about being a drunk driver after we had decades of people dying at unreal numbers from drunk driving, and you think that shit cute. I don't feel bad for her in a sense from one alcoholic to another, but people have to hit rock bottom, and unfortunately it can be death. But yeah, that rock bottom going end you in jail for 20 plus years now, and you 20 years old. She's not gonna get out in less than 15. I'm telling y'all. All casual legal substances are normalized. Drinking daily, smoking constantly are all seen as normal, fun, relaxation. No. Yeah, no, I'm sorry. There are some things that you can, it is fun and relaxation. Don't drive. Also, there's a difference between, no, I'm sorry. Drinking daily is a no. I don't care what y'all are talking about. Like, I'm sorry. You're not going to compare, smoking weed to alcohol. Like, a lot of people can literally heavy move function on weed. Alcohol makes your body heavy. Those are 2 different things to me as far as I am concerned. Now, for an addict, it may not be different. But for me, it is different. And another thing is, I ain't going nowhere. Well, I mean, I'm going somewhere today, but I'm not, But yeah, no, drinking daily. I'm sorry, y'all. Anybody that's drinking every day is an alcoholic, and they need to stop. Nobody should be drinking every day. Do y'all hear me? Nobody should be drinking every day. Nobody should be drinking alcohol every day. No. The weekends, a couple of days out your week, you get off from work, you take your little drink, you need to decompress, but you need to make it a point to have days out your week where you do not consume alcohol, period. Which is why you should not smoke and drive like they tell y'all not to, okay? Child, you never had alcohol or smoked? I don't trust you. Yeah, I don't trust y'all non-vice having motherfuckers. Don't get me wrong now. I'm not judging from the standpoint of, oh, don't do it. No, I'm just saying that you can do it and not make excuses for people being extremely irresponsible with their drug and alcohol use. Stay your ass at home. Get a motherfucking Lyft. Get a motherfucking Uber. But don't be out here killing people. Mary Jane can help with cancer and body pains. Alcohol doesn't. They are not the same. Come on now with my anxiety. I'm a drinker, but I couldn't drink every day. It's tired. That's what I don't know how you can do that. Y'all, I literally can feel how hard it is for me to work out depending on how much I've drank. That's why I'm like, no. And then that shit will make you feel the way you get headaches, your body feel heavy. It is not the same thing. Smoke weed every day. Drinking makes me sleepy. Smoke weed every day. That girl is doing life. Oh, I drink once in a while, but never smoked. I think everybody should, if they can, try a little mint every, you don't even have to smoke. If you live somewhere where you can get like the mints and pills and gummies and all of that, get you just a little one. You know what I'm saying? Get you a little one, like half for one, see how you feel. Because I feel like people don't know how much God has already put things on earth to help us and aid us in depression and anxiety issues that we have. Alcohol is something that, it can take the edge off, but you have got to keep that shit in check. Y'all know I was raised by a functioning alcoholic. My mom was like, don't tell people that. I'm like, why? It's the truth. He was an amazing person. But he was a black man born in 1958. He was going to be a functioning alcoholic no matter how you sliced it. Who had a kid at 18, married a woman, raised them, was a single parent, kept a job, kept taking care of people, was the head of a household in a real fucking way, protected everybody, was friends with all the people you need to be friends with to protect your kids from going to jail. So I'm just saying my dad did a lot. My dad did a lot. So at the end of his day, after getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning, if he wanted to have some crown and he still was going to get up the next day and do it all over again, nobody was going to begrudge him that. But when he got lung cancer, he had to cut back on his drinking as well. Okay? So I'm just telling y'all what I know because I've been, y'all, New Orleans people, Louisiana people, y'all, we drink. That's why I know what alcoholism looks like versus recreational drinking. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a difference, okay? And I was raised by a functioning alcoholic. So I know, okay? I know. And I watched how my daddy was a functioning alcoholic to the point that my daddy would go sit at the bar down the street from my mom's salon and he would slow drink 1 or 2 drinks that whole night. And my daddy drank the same drink every time he drank the same drink, Crown on Ice. And because I now drink Crown, I know that you can have 1, 2 Crowns and it not fuck you up like that, especially if you was a big man like my dad was, and I mean tall. So he would have 1, maybe 2 drinks, get him a little tip, not drunk. See my mama and me drive past that bar on our way to get on the interstate to go home. He then go and wrap his bill up, go home and drive home, follow us home, and then proceed to drink until he passed out, or he would just go to bed. You know what I'm saying? But normally he would get him another drink, and those drinks would do him in drunk, and then he just go to sleep. So I always saw my father get drunk right before going to sleep, not so he can get up and drive anywhere. Never that. Never saw him out in the streets drunk. Never saw him like not handling his liquor out in public. Anytime my daddy was drunk to the point where he wasn't like all the way coherent, is because he was on his way to the bed. So when I say I know what alcoholism looks like, I know. And then I had an uncle / cousin, because he was my dad's cousin, but because of the age, you look at him like an uncle. He used to drink when he got up in the morning, y'all. That was real alcoholism to me, because my daddy didn't start drinking until he got off from work. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm up at 4 o'clock in the morning. So the last drink is 10 p.m. I get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, and I'm not drinking again until I get off from work at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. So I'm drinking between 5 and 10. I'm out like a light. I done did everything I need to do, and then I'm up again at 4 o'clock in the morning. Do you hear me? So I know what alcoholism looks like, y'all. And people be taking way too, y'all really be out here thinking that it's cool because it's accepted. And it's like, no, bro, alcohol is not to be played with. It's not. It's not. My father would hide a bottle under our jukebox. He worked, took care of our family. We didn't want for anything. But he is the same man who killed my mother. Ooh, girl. Don't tell me that. That hurt my feelings. Child, my daddy didn't hide no bottle. That bottle was sitting right there on the table. Okay, at the beginning, what in the Britney Spears that they trying to do to Wendy Williams? My dad never took cold medicine. He also had a little drink. He's been sick 3 times in his life. He's almost 70. That's another thing. Not drinking and smoking and all of that really does wonders for your health and living longer. My dad had a glass or 2 of wine after work every night, but I never saw him drunk. And that's fine too. They say that wine and all of that is better, but you hard drinking motherfuckers, that's different. And I'm telling y'all, my dad didn't drink wine. My dad drank Crown on rocks. Yeah, yes, Mill is a functional alcoholic. She has to have a drink every night to go to bed. Yeah, no, that's not good. Literally have driving tipsy. Did it once, never again. Girl, scary shit. Yeah, no, to me, tipsy is for when you're getting driven home. But like normally, like 1 drink won't do anything to me like that. It won't put me in a tipsy mode. Whatever the in-between is. Child, if I'm below the point, then I'm good. But usually when Lyric and I go out, I have probably driven home more drunk than I wanted to be one time, y'all. And that because that shit like ran up on me. When I got in my car, I was fine. By the time I got on the bridge, I was like, whoa. I say, pray for me, Lord. This will never happen again. And I got home safe, thank God. But I didn't even mean for it to happen like that. I had a little bitty top. Like, I don't know if y'all have ever been to like some Italian restaurants. At the end of the night, they have liqueurs that you can have like with dessert. I had a liqueur shot and wasted, and then was like, oh, they gave me another one. So I finished that one. You supposed to slow sip that shit, but I didn't feel like I needed to slow sip because I wasn't drunk. I wasn't tipsy, nothing. So I just drank it and went and got in my car. Child, by the time I got on the fucking interstate and was driving over the bridge, I was just like, oh no. All right, bitch, breathe and focus and slow the fuck down so you can make it home. I said that will never happen to me again. And before that, I have never driven drunk because I don't like that. I don't like the feeling of being drunk like that. When I'm drunk like that, I want to be in here. Do you hear me? Yeah, your grandma have a bill for breakfast. That's terrible. Ooh, her acid reflux. I get you, Bonnie. Same here. My mom was an RN, would work 12, 16-hour shifts, come home, clock into a pint of Paul mess on VSOP every night, 7 days a week. And you understand why, especially once you become an adult, you understand why your parents was drinking the way they was. Life is hard. These jobs, especially Black people, these microaggressions by white people at these fucking jobs, kids aggravating your people in traffic on the way home, people at the grocery store, child, all kind of stuff will aggravate the fuck out of you and nothing will help better. There have been times when we have been here, I was like, no, I need a drink. I'm not going anywhere, but I need a drink. So I get it. But working out, doing other things to help relieve stress, help me keep that shit under control. Because I know I have a proclivity to become an alcoholic my damn self. So that's why, like, I'm like, no, you drank, you're not drinking again. Like when we came home from vacation, cut it off. I had 1 glass of wine the other night. But ever since we've been back from vacation, we came home Monday, there has been no alcohol intake. When I was on vacation, bitch, I was drinking champagne at 12 o'clock in the afternoon, 11 o'clock in the morning. Whereas I worked out already, my workout is done. Where is my Bob Marley? Okay, when we were on vacation, I live life, girl, okay? Because I don't have nothing to worry about. A tincture, yes, girl. And I love them, but they're terrible. I think that's what it was. It was a tincture. No, not a tincture. I was saying what it was, a liqueur. But you're right about the tinctures. I like those too. Thank you for the super chat. I almost never catch a live. Want to show my support. Thank you. Thank you so much, HFG. I appreciate you. Whew, it's been a good long conversation. 2 hours, y'all, almost 2.5 hours. I ain't even mean to be on here this long, but I have got to go because I got to go get me some crawfish and I got to work out and I got to pee. But I love y'all. I appreciated this conversation. I appreciate y'all showing up with me today. It's 1,100 of y'all in the room. It has been 1,000 people in here for a minute now. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all follow me on the website, BondyBlueShow.com. Sign up for the website. I did a live over there this morning that is free. You can still see it if you go over to the website because I have not taken it down. And we watched Marriage Boot Camp, the first look. So y'all go and check that out on the website. And y'all make sure y'all are members of the website because this new laptop means I can go live for the website. No lag. Okay, I'm excited. All right, go and give me some crawfish at Poppy. Love y'all. Bye.